Roll that beautiful smoke transition.
Yes. Hello, everybody.
Okay, we're there. Hi.
Always right after the smoke.
Well, I can't see the smoke, so it's really not a number for me. It's just an idea.
An idea.
So, like,
welcome everybody to week 71, episode 71 of Sahlen's Legacy.
Sahlen's Legacy!
Hey, it happened.
Where was Ryan for that?
I was closing my door. I'm sorry.
Aha.
Ryan.
We almost made it. Well, hey everybody, welcome to another wonderful interactive live play D&D experience. I'm gonna call this an experience tonight.
Yeah,
Beautiful game.
great.
you can
We're
experience us. 100%.
I'd like
You're
to
allowed.
start before diving into any of the other stuff that most of our dice just came in. They're not currently in Diva's hands or Lockerby's hands yet, but soon. But I got mine, y'all. So Sharp Stuff was very kind and sent our whole cast handmade, one-of-a-kind sets of beautiful, beautiful dice. Mine are they're green and translucent with some really some dark swirls in there with resin skulls inside that are like this deep blue. My D4, okay, we got to talk about the shapes real quick. Like, this is my D4. It's a super long, kick-ass diamond
Such a
thing.
cool shape.
So dope. And the D10s are also really long, so is the D8. This is one of the, put it against my face so you can see it, one of the D10s.
Thanks for the resub, Gripper Kern.
Hey, thanks for the sub, girl. But yeah, they're super gorgeous. It's like all of my favorite colors because it's like got my favorite deep green and my favorite light green in it. And
That's
some
amazing.
shadowy stuff and cool.
I can't wait to stare at mine over and over again.
And I haven't rolled them at all yet, so I'm going to roll them into my Wormwood Dice Tower. What a transition, right, kids?
Oh, beautiful. Proud of you.
Segue. So if any of you are interested in ever having any wonderful, beautiful Wormwood stuff, like these dice vaults, dice trays, dice towers, all that stuff, use our code Perception at checkout to get yourself some free shipping anywhere in the USA. Super useful. I have taken advantage of it. I'm about to take advantage of it again because now I need another case for this set of dice. So that's my thing. For every Sharp Stuff set of dice, I'm going to buy myself a vault.
Wonderful.
Yeah, so make sure you go give Sharp Stuff a follow as well. And Wormwood Gaming is also on Twitch, so you can give them a follow there too. They're constantly doing cool stuff on their YouTube. I think, and I could be wrong, I've said this many times, I think their Kickstarter is finally done. I think, but they blew it out of the water with their modular gaming tables. They're fantastic. They've been really good to us. We also have a relationship with Level Up Dice. So if you use our link to shop around, like even if you just use that link to look, that helps us a lot. If you buy through that, it helps us a little bit more. We understand, but that'll help us earn some points for giveaways and other things. And we're currently talking with them to figure out some form of entertainment that we can bring onto their channel, so that we can get more folks there. And
Dice.
Kickstarter ends on Friday. It's still not done. Thanks, Odin Mercer. So close. So
Odin
close.
Mercer.
There's
Nice.
still time to get yourself a beautiful modular gaming table. So pretty.
We also, as Tigeron dropped in the chat there, Corey's GoFundMe is still active. So if you want to go check that out, please click that link.
Yeah,
Help a
and
friend.
if you didn't hear what Corey, when she was visiting, she went to Oakland. She got her car busted into, and they stole a lot of important stuff and equipment and all that stuff. So,
Worst feeling.
so anything, if you got a few bucks, make sure you check them.
Can I make a
can.
PSA about this, please?
Okay.
It'll be like 10 seconds max, tops. Don't break into people's cars. Just don't. No good's gonna come of it. You're gonna have badness on your conscience. Instead, you should get some chocolate, ship it to me. I'm not gonna give you my address, but ship it to it'll find its way. I believe.
Got a PO box.
They're so
the
expensive.
chocolate.
I was looking at a PO box for.
So listen to Diva.
Yeah,
if you
that's
feel like
the nice
robbing
way
a
to
car,
say stop breaking the law, assholes.
Yeah, stop breaking the law, asshole. There you go.
Yeah, we'll do that.
I said
Jesus is gonna get you, okay?
fit it.
Yeah.
We may not see you, but he sees you, okay?
And I feel like the moral we got from Diva's PSA was if you feel like breaking into a car, eat chocolate instead.
And then send it to her.
Or send it to
Specifically,
her.
give me
Eat it
the
and then
chocolate.
send it to
no,
her?
No,
Yes,
no.
that's
You
what
are
I'm gonna do.
confusing- Everyone
we're back
is
to
confusing
crime
my
again, I
PSA. No, my PSA explicitly is do not break into cars, because if you do, you're kind of an ass. Instead, give me chocolate. That way you feel better by giving a gift to the world.
It's like the equivalent of like snapping a rubber band against your wrist. It's for you, it's some chocolate. Well, let's go around and introduce ourselves, and then we can talk about all of the cool incentives on the show, ways that you can interact with us. But first, let's go, starting with the captain.
That is me. I'm Captain Aura Stone. Or I play, I guess. We're the same person, it's fine. She's a tiefling warlock rogue. You just had yourself a full night. What? There was
You just had a what did you say?
There was good food.
Did you?
Little fighting, little killing.
A little.
The sweet leaf twos are rocking.
Woo!
Someone had a sweet tooth last night. Hey! Justin playing Nitsage Alsup. He's a Quailier wizard with a heart beast named Hailstorm, who's a half horse, half beef, half
horse, half beef.
Half dinner.
half horse.
Beefs.
I'm telling you, it's had steak for dinner. That's what happens. You got beef on-
He's slowly turning into beef.
No!
My nickname.
You didn't do your warm-ups. You didn't do your warm-ups.
Breathe.
My nickname in our last campaign was Meat Plate. So that tells you anything.
Plate.
Great. And my dice that I get from Sharp Steph is this beautiful, like, emerald blue, kind of black, and then like gold flecks in there. She wanted to make camouflage. It came out like this, and I still love it.
Magical camouflage.
It's beautiful, beautiful.
I can't see mine, so I'll have to like drop it in the
We're super. Go on her Instagram, you can see it on her Instagram.
Oh yeah, that's right. She did photos on her Instagram. So mine are the ones that are like green, and it's a really pretty green. It's like a dark mint, and it's got like these cloudy swirls in there and glitter. But you can't see them here. You have to go to her Instagram to see them.
Yeah,
they're
go to
mystery dice.
You're welcome, Tigeron. That's my story. I'm sticking to it. Please, next.
Sticking to it. Who's next?
I'll go next. I am Ryan, playing Andre Cabe D'accord Benicio Leduc de Monroth Erta.
Huh?
When did Benicio del Toro become part of your name?
It's been in there.
About a month ago.
Benicio
Leduc de Monroth
Leduc.
Erta. Yes, anyway.
Continue.
I am a halfling cleric. No, I'm not a halfling. I'm a gnome.
Wow.
I'm giving myself some height.
He's wearing a necktie.
This is going great.
Oh man. And
Hey, Michi.
hello.
How was Among Us?
I am devoted to the god Cloat, the god of death, and I'm here to break his chains that people have bound him to.
Ryan.
And I'm a vampire now. And I also have a pet displacer beast.
Transition.
Oh yeah, you forgot all about him.
You have a what?
I have a pet displacer beast.
Oh, that's right.
I'm gonna name him Wisp.
That's cute. That's real cute. That's really cute.
Good? Get everything?
Yeah.
Great. I wasn't sure if there was like another name in there.
Banana, fofo.
All right, I'm Andrew. I play Bupo, everyone's favorite Quailier elf. Maybe. I don't know. Elf ranger druid / mix of awesomeness with a heart beast named Doomro, who's half eagle, half owl. I have many portraits and a brand new one that is hopefully finished. We shall see.
I'm Diva, and I play Starheart. She is the first gnome of this campaign, not of ever. But she's also a cleric who worships herself, and a little bit of a rogue. She's like, if she was a drink, like a mixed drink, it would be like, what? A couple ounces mischief, couple ounces chaos, an ounce of clericiness, ounce of roguiness. a sugary rim, throw like some edible glitter in there. I don't know why I'm going off this. I just watched.
No, I feel like someone needs to mix this drink.
I would drink it
Look at Danny's face.
in a heartbeat.
Welcome, everybody.
Definitely need
Make the
character
star
themed
heart.
drinks.
Character dreams.
Yes.
Stream where you make
Yes.
drinks for all the characters.
Yes. We can invite Kevin.
Oh my gosh, you would
Get
murder
Kevin
us,
in
but
on it.
yes.
Give
I
him like
recently
idea.
had a ball in my honor as the royal amazingness of Star Hartonia, which is a place she made up. And yeah, other stuff. Watch, stay tuned. You'll find out.
Hey everybody, I'm Danny. I'm the hungry DM. But yeah, we're there are ways that you can interact with the show. I remembered all the 3 things for once again. I'm resetting the counter. For $5, you can give any of our players a blessing. That is a D6 roll that they can apply to anything. And that will also block DM rerolls that I will throw their way. For $10, you can add to the pool of rerolls or give a character individual rerolls that only they may use. And that allows them to reroll their poor rolls, the failures, gives them another chance. $15, you can give me DM rerolls, which allows me to force players to reroll their good rolls. And again, blocked by blessings. And at $25, you can describe and drop characters of your choosing. These can be allies, these can be enemies, monsters, whatever you like. For instance, Hebo Duckfoot made a triumphant return.
Yes, as he should.
And let's see, what else? Oh, $50, you can give any of our players DM powers for 1 full minute. Are we good? Are we honest on DM powers? Does everybody use them all, or are there any still floating around?
I have none.
Cool.
You use yours, Ryan?
That's all I know.
I'm
That's
good.
the 1
I'm
full
out.
minute. That's what.
Oh, we're out.
Does Andrew have like?
No, I
5?
don't have any.
Okay.
There's Broad Horizons, but
Didn't
not.
Penguin give me? I think Penguin gave them to me last time.
I do not remember.
Well, we also have some triggered events. At $100, we'll drop a boss level monster. At $200, we have something called Broaden Horizons, which we may be retooling into a new thing. So this might be the last go for Broaden Horizons for a bit. And then at $300, we have something catastrophically bad happen. And as we're about to get on a ship again, oh no.
I might have DM powers.
I have a question.
Mitchie doesn't have DM powers, by the way.
Can we learn what may be taking the place of Broaden Horizons?
That'll be a discussion for all of us.
Mm-hmm.
And if you have suggestions in the chat,
We have not discussed
either show suggestions in the chat or you can drop that in the Sahlen's Legacy thread. I'll be checking both of those over the next week.
I definitely don't have any idea or opinion about it either way.
Sweet.
I feel like I just need to be better about coming up
I
with
know.
stuff.
We just need to be more creative because I don't.
Well,
want That's cool.
I have mine from last week that I think I meant. Yeah, I have. mine.
Yeah. There's some that I think almost all of you have. Let's see. I think every Aura still needs one. Nitsich still needs one. Starheart still needs one, and Booba still needs one. But Andre,
Wait.
you got yours, I think.
I think so.
A Broaden Horizon?
Yeah, we hit
Yeah.
one last.
I thought I gave you mine.
Oh yeah, I mean you did, but I don't know if you want to tell everybody.
Oh, I can. Sure. Yeah, that's fine. Do you want me to share?
Sure.
So
That was
I
a secret?
have.
No secret? The last one was a secret?
I have a secret one. Machinations. And then I have a non-secret one. I don't know why I said secret again. It's non-secret. And huh?
Sorry, I was singing the song.
And Danny, you can probably explain it better than me. I don't remember how I said it.
Yeah, I kind of created a rule for it as well.
Okay, cool.
So
cool. Write it down.
basically, now that you have this knowledge and you're slightly more connected to that Sahlenite energy within yourself, once per day you can channel it. But it's going to do something different every time you do it. So it'll kind of bend itself to the situation. So it'll be instant by instant, and we'll see what happens. And in that moment, like either you can come up with it or I can come up with it, or if you come up with something crazy pants, I might have to nerf it. But
Yeah.
I think that would be good. I think it works, especially now that you sort of know the truth about who you are. Sorry, my phone is broken. It stopped accepting charges. I think the pins have been worn off or something.
Oh,
Nothing to do with
no.
anything, but my phone's been steadily at like 10% all day. It's driving me nuts. Anyway, move that away from myself. No more distractions. Great. So we've got that one.
Excuse me. Who else has a horizon they would like to broaden?
No.
Not I, said the boobo.
Okay, I think. All right, Danny. I think I'm just gonna do it this way. I think I'm gonna.
Okay.
I think I'm gonna put in the item into the broaden horizon here.
Okay.
That be easier or more difficult?
Works perfectly fine.
Okay. I got a lot of stuff in this bag of holding. All right.
You all have a
I
lot
think the one that might be fun to play with is, so I have a book of lore in here. So maybe I haven't guessed or anything. Maybe it was enchanted by something, and maybe Kurluk needs it because there's some sort of maybe he's trying to go around and kind of lay waste or kind of take over that Midland area. Maybe there's some sort of ancient creature that's like under the earth or something that he needs to know about to be able to completely
Are you
use or what?
Are you making a mega monster right now? What are you doing?
I don't know. I
Spitballing.
like a Leviathan or a like fluffy garden philosophers. Made it out.
The falafel stone. The falafel stone.
Oh dear.
Delicious.
Like that kind of thing. So maybe he needs that from me.
For like the next whatever his next plans are, he needs that book.
Right, but I'm gonna put it in here. I don't think Nitsa knows that, but that's what that is. The book of lore.
Sure.
Oh, all right.
Yeah, take it.
Book of Lore.
That's what he needs. That's what he's looking for. I don't know if I metagamed myself on that one or not, but whatever.
Corey, I tried that. I already did it. But thanks. Da, 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 da. And then if you guys don't have anything off the top of your heads, that's cool. We can just move forward and come back to it another time.
Yeah.
Beef and falafel. Goodness, what's on my mind?
Ooh, you got
Someone needs seconds.
We got a good steak. I wouldn't mind having another one though. You know what I mean? Another steak never disappoints.
You're so Ron Swanson right now. You know what? I am gonna have that third steak after all.
Take all
yes,
the bacon and eggs you have.
Yes, Ryan.
I will go along with the in the theme of the displacer beast that I now have as a pet. Training how to make it do things that I wanted to do. Basically, make it into a familiar.
What? That's so cool.
Awesome.
Now you're gonna want a pet because everyone else has pets.
I mean, I have my baby dragon egg, and I'm planning on bringing that up
Ooh.
Yeah.
shortly. Yeah,
Yeah, you've
I'm
got a
excited.
couple of eggs in your group.
Yeah.
I have that cool
Oh yeah.
lightning bird egg.
That's a lot.
Arena.
I have the first royal mascot of Star Hartonia. That's gonna be birthed from that little baby egg.
Well, last week, you all attended the ball thrown in the honor of Starheart because she's the last surviving creature with any element of a Sawlight in her, and it was a celebration because they fulfilled their destiny. They fought through the White Waters of Luidwin, who were then resurrected because miracles and stuff, and they're now also your friends. Mostly, the party went off with almost without a hitch until King Shark kind of lost his mind again for a second. Another creature came in, tried to slaughter everybody. Nitsage's brother almost Enad almost got slaughtered, but he was.
Oh, I thought he died.
Nope.
Not that I'm upset or not upset, or I am indifferent.
Mama Tiny Toes saved him with her.
That's right. She did the mama thing.
Uh-huh.
There's butterscotch.
Oh yeah, she had the butters.
And, I mean, that was fun. Truss was able to court properly Captain Aura Stone. There was lots of partying happening. I think mostly everybody had a good time. Starheart threw a wedding for herself to herself, and then sort of stepped down from that after a moment. This upset Nitsage. He moved to be by himself, cast invisibility on himself, went back to the ship, and was faced yet again by Kelrek.
Of
Who's
course.
going to make him an offer in the morning.
I just-
That's what he promised.
But then
I have to point out. Sorry.
No, go ahead.
Oh, I have to point out he wasn't there when, of course, not when Starheart decides to interrupt her own ceremony to herself. He's not there.
Then also,
This is your fault.
I thought you were. I was so in the moment, and there were hundreds of people who had to have been admiring me,
easily.
assuming.
Easily.
And also, there was a letter that was left.
Oh yes, there's a letter that was left in.
Is it
Nitsage's
B
room.
or C?
He had a lot of letters, actually.
I got what you just.
Mostly
Quite a
all of them.
But yeah, the letter was essentially saying he knows you have it, and it's got the markings of
That's right, he did a thing.
Perluke's
And he's coming.
band, and he's coming.
He's coming. Yeah, that's right. That was the thing.
I have it. Kurluk knows you have it. He is coming.
Mhm.
Oh, shit.
Is that what you were gonna say, Aura or Haley?
Yeah, that was exactly.
Perfect.
And then Boobo got that he was mad because all of us were in it. God bless him, but he is a narcissist.
Who?
Boobo.
We'll say it's the next morning. It's fairly early in the morning. The sun is just rising on the sea. Aura, you wake up and you find that your bed is empty, but Truss has left yet another sort of dagger, but this one more ornate than the bouquet. Still has the rose on the bottom, but it has a really bright brassy handle, incredibly light to the touch, very balanced. But it's just kind of like a mint on the pillow. He's made his side of the bed, and there's like a warm cup of coffee like sitting on your desk. But he's no longer in your chair.
Thanks, Danny, for giving me ideas. Putting that in right here. Yep.
Please don't leave a dagger on my pillow, though. That sounds super dangerous.
Oh, with the coffee.
Oh, it is sheathed, by the way. This one, unlike the other ones, it actually has a sheath. It has like a belt mount and loops in case you wanted to like put it on your wear it on your thigh or something like that. It's got options.
Dude, that guy didn't have the walk of shame, dude. He had the walk of fame, like walking out like Leo DiCaprio. Just walking out that.
Elbows high.
Say, Andre, you were sort of having a bit of trouble with yourself, having no reflection, realizing slowly what is happening to you. And as the sun rises, you again begin to feel a little queasy.
Do I know specifically that I'm turning into a vampire? Just like something is wrong.
Make an Arcana check. I feel like your suspicions are definitely there.
Okay.
But you're not sure. Like you have experienced so many things with this group at this point that it could literally be
It could be anything. They could have given me any one of those diseases.
I got 12. Never mind. I thought it was a 2. 17.
17. Yeah, you're finally able to solidly connect all the dots. Like you're not exhausted anymore from fighting. You actually had a decent night. And actually during the evening, you felt fantastic. But now that it's morning again, you're groggy, you're feeling a little slow. And you do notice that your bite on your neck, even though it's healed, it still seems fresh. Like from the amount of time that has passed, it should have been, at least scarred up by now, but it's still bright. Nitsage, you wake up sort of terrified, but also sort of excited, right? So you're just waiting for Kelrek to make contact as he said he would. It's morning now. I imagine you're still pretty upset about the events of the evening, Bubo, you wake up, and instead of finding a knife on your pillow, you find the finished portrait that you ordered.
Is it like leaning up so we're staring at each other face to face, eye to eye?
Yeah, it's like propped between two pillows. You're both just like this, looking at each other when you wake up.
100%.
No, I mean it's the pose you asked for, so it's all the glorious thing with the winged cape and all that good stuff. So it's fantastic. Starheart, you wake pretty well rested. You had a pretty good night, a really strong moment of clarity for Starheart.
Yes. Did I receive any party favors from my ball?
You would have gotten sort of, I wouldn't call them trinkets exactly, but little kind of pieces of history from various people from within Quaibas. So sort of like more like offerings. So like little sort of like wooden fetishes, like little balls, that kind of thing. Okay.
Sorry, I know what I know there's another there's that. Yes. Yeah.
So things that like if they didn't mean so much to the people giving them to you, they would probably hold not much meaning. But some special items. The White Waters of Luidwin have gifted you your own set of white robes of the order as a sort of offering, but also an offer. There's a little note pinned to it saying, like, if you would like to join our ranks at some point in the future, like, you are welcome. You're more than welcome. And that would have been from, what's her name? Varathia.
Okay.
Now, they are staying behind, but they are going to stay in contact. So they've basically set up a magical messaging system between your groups. So if at any point you need to call them, you may do so, but they do request that it only be in the case of emergency.
Okay.
They're still pursuing their plight of taking out as many cultists as remain as possible.
I was going to ask if we had a connection to them.
Yeah. So now y'all can kind of go about your business on the ship.
Well, groggily, I wake up and make my way to the kitchen to hopefully find a pot of coffee, because I feel terrible.
So you go to the mess area, and you find Truss fully dressed back in his sort of scaly armor, his long hair out, his horns. They don't change from day to day, but it's a very impressive silhouette in the morning, especially since his scaly armor sort of glistens. And he's just like, he's got the pot in his hand, and he sees you, and he just pours you a mug, kind of gets back to work. You see he's starting to like cook breakfast for the crew. So like, who is this guy?
This guy is suave.
I knew Truss before the party, or did I even know him?
You might have seen him, but I don't know exactly if you interacted with him.
I don't think I did. Like, I don't believe we've met properly. I'm Andre.
Andre, Order of the Black. My name is Truss.
It's a pleasure to meet you. Are you the new cook of the ship?
I'm just a visitor.
Oh, well, pleasure to make your acquaintance. Thank you for the breakfast.
Pleasure's all mine. Great work last night. I saw you all fighting.
Yes.
You're a good group.
Oh, thank you very much. You planning to join us and be here long?
I could stay for a while. I could use a nice cruise if the crew will have me. Willing to lend in my help.
I'm sure we've got plenty of room if you've got a desire for adventure.
That's what I'm all about. Now, you seem a little... Are you all right?
Oh... Well... Have you ever encountered any folk around your area that don't feel so well during the morning but feel really, really well during the night?
Well, you're talking to one, but I don't think that's what you mean. I think that, well, you clearly have some sort of ailment. What do you suspect? Something you ate?
Something that ate me,
ate you?
And I kind of lean back.
Well, it's not all evil. Not always, anyway. Actually, may I?
Of course.
And he sort of like, it's a very uncomfortable moment, but he kind of like takes your head in one hand and sort of like sniffs at the wound. You've been
cleansed of most of the negative energy here, so consider yourself lucky.
All right. At least that's better news than I was expecting.
You're not a maker if that's what you're worried about.
I could have turned more people if I bit them.
No, I'm saying you're not one of those.
Anymore.
Correct, you could have been. But whatever happened to you between then and now seems to have removed that from you.
Broad horizons. Beautiful.
That was the temples, in the Ludwin temples, the pool clarified me. But I do have a bite attack. That was my Broaden Horizons.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah. So it's like, yeah, you have like radiant fangs, basically, right? Holy fangs is what I put with an exclamation point.
Damn.
We don't know he's a vampire, do we?
I don't know.
You're not sure,
Okay.
but at least a few of you have seen his reflection not work, so you
Yeah,
can have your
Bubo
own
and I
suspicion.
realize.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure I'm oblivious to.
yeah, you
everything.
probably have no clue.
No.
Little tiny blade.
Huh?
No, thinking of Andre. I was picturing Andre in Blade's outfit, and it's cracking me up in my head.
Gotcha.
I would like to wake up. I'm sorry, Ryan. Were you?
No. That is all the interaction I wanted.
Fair enough.
And he just goes back to cooking.
That's it. We're done.
I would like
child, what
to wake up. And
Why
do
don't you
my
put on a little makeup?
do my meditation to receive my potent, influence, my sight.
Sure. As those things are like slamming into your being, you sense a second presence just waiting for you.
Talbot, are you asleep or awake?
I'm awake. Would you like me to leave?
Oh, thank you for the raid.
Hey, thank you for the raid, Manapot Studios. Come, friends.
Welcome. Do you want to get us some coffee before we set sail?
Oh, of course, yes. Good idea. Lots of more charting to do. I actually don't know our destination. I'll go talk
I don't
to the
need
captain.
it. That might be good info to have too. Thank you. Good morning. Well, what do you have for me?
I request something simple from you, Nitsage. All I want is what Karluk wants. You offer it to me, I can give you one of three options, one of three ways to get what it is you desire.
Do you know what I desire?
The love of the little one.
Oh, that is a slippery slope of a want. Are you not working with Karluk?
Think of us as peers. Similar goals, at some point divided. He's had enough taste of power that he wants it for himself. I can't have that.
In this letter, it says he is coming. What makes me fear him more than you, or you more than him? If both of you are coming for me, I have no choice.
But only I am offering you something.
All right, I'll listen.
Firstly, I can offer you a charm stone. All you must do is dip it into the drink of your target, and they drink the beverage. They are charmed by you the entire day. Repeat every day for as long as you wish. After that, they're yours. Miss one day, however, they know of your treachery and they'll remember it forever. Second option, the gleaming eye. I can give you an ability for the cost of one of your strongest spells once per day. They become enamored with you, not just charmed. Love from the spirit. But much as before, must be repeated daily. One day missing, they learn of your betrayal. And the third, somewhat more defensive and cowardly tool, the Heart Turner. A small, key-like object. Twist it at a target, and that person's heart's desire is no longer that. You may turn them away. The next time you are met with competition, they will lose interest and return to their lives.
Kilrick, I thought you knew me better than this. You're giving me all these things that are manipulative against someone's will. I just met Cupid. The Cupid, and all he talked about was charming people and against their will and destiny and yada. He struck everyone but me with Starheart, and it felt like I was free, like I had control of myself. You know what it's like when I don't have control over myself. I don't like it. I would like to ask you another question, though.
I shall listen.
Well, two. The second one's more for curiosity. The first one, though, is... what do you know of Elish Basir in his plans against you or with you?
Elish Basir followed my advice once. And now he is where he is today. I made him that offer. He declined and instead went to my father and created his own pact.
So you're upset with him now, too?
I'm not upset exactly. If my father's released, Basir will probably be the first one he goes after.
You know, if he had it your way, if he had it his way, you wouldn't be here either.
I see what you're getting at.
He knows you're a threat on all.
That's good. And he should be afraid.
I think I have to take my chances with Kurluk. We're going to be out to sea. There's no way he's going to be able to come at us. I don't think he has a navy. I could be very presumptuous of me, but I gotta hand it to you. First, I applaud you, first of all. You've definitely taught me how to grow a spine, as you said last night. And I won't forget what you did to me back in Copper Forge. And I told you, if anyone's going to defeat you, it's going to be me.
What an interesting relationship we have. I look forward to the day. Farewell, Nitsich. May you live long enough to face my wrath.
And gone.
Okay, and I kind of reach over to the bucket just a little bit, and his hands shaking. Mm-hmm. I think I did good. I think I did good. I might need to tell somebody about this. I'm gonna go off and find Boobo.
I'm just in my quarters.
Whoa!
I'm wearing about. Oh.
Peter Man says Nitschage must be punished for his second refusal of these gifts. He doesn't respond to his own pain, but maybe he'll respond better to harm befalling the ones he loves. Nitsage's heart beast becomes infected with fleas that interrupt their soul connection.
Oh, you son of a bitch!
Andrew and Batman.
Thank you so much for the donation. Ass.
So I'd like to say, like, cinematically, as this happens, as your like hands are shaking and you put down the bucket, like a little fleck of flea like jumps off, and you don't think much of it because there's this sort of like like ocean fleas or whatever, those insects. So you're just like, it's just a bug, whatever. So it's sort of the beginning of that moment.
Oh my gosh.
Oh, sorry. Fleas are they're the worst.
May the fleas of 1,000 camels infest your armpits.
All right. I'm in my cabin. I've gotten dressed and everything. I'm wearing my red pirate shirt today, my crimson one.
Right.
And Ron's
and the pink donuts and
Ooh, I want a pink donut. Is that what you said?
Sure. So you're out on the deck. You see Truss is there. He's like feeding a lot of your crew. Like he's handing a plate of like bacon and sausage to Rust Flame and stuff. And he kind of catches your eye.
As I'm like sipping coffee, and then I say,
Morning. He lifts his mug to you.
Shit, he's still here.
He turns around and gets back to work.
But damn, this coffee's really good.
It's like it is the best cup of coffee you've ever had.
That's all she does, just for me.
Right. Starheart, what are you up to?
Question, is Jeb with me? Where does he lodge?
Jeb is wherever you leave him, for he is still but a skull.
I figure I just have him with me.
All right.
He's
I imagine
my
like you
mascot.
turn his skull away to like face out the window during the night or something.
Yeah, probably just like put him just like he like starts sleeping, don't come in here and have his head on like the doorknob.
Motion
It's
sensor.
like the knocker outside your door.
So I check to see a couple things when I wake up. I want to have woken up to have fallen asleep in the robes that the White Waters gave me, almost like luxurious sleeping bathrobe type thing, even though that's not what they are for whatsoever. But I want to see if Jeb's awake, and I also want to check on my little dragon egg.
Sure.
And I also notice I've just become increasingly more and more aware that I don't have the weight of the star heart around my neck, because that's something that I've had since I can remember. So just becoming more cognizant of that loss as well.
Mm-hmm. Sure. Yeah, I mean, and as you think about it, this time it doesn't trigger the connection with Kelret because you've sort of learned what like loosening that muscle feels like. So like if you sort of vacantly think about it, that's his path in. But if you're just like no, and then you think about it, you found a sort of a way to still have those thoughts and conversations with yourself without letting him in. So you have a quiet moment to yourself with that. You take out the egg, and since it was laid in the nest in Quailier, you notice it's a little bit warmer. And you hold it to your ear, and you can hear like some like not sloshing exactly, but you can hear movement. You can feel warmth, but you have no idea what stage this might be in because you don't know much about dragon eggs. And when you open your door to check on Jeb, he's like, I'm up now.
Hey, Jeb, Hey, Jed.
Hey, how's it going, kid?
Go.
Well,
What?
while you were asleep, 93 people walked back and forth between this door. I don't know if you care about that, but neither do I, but that's all I saw for the last 12 hours.
Did any of them not have heads? Because then we could give you the body.
No, unfortunately they all had noggins, but good looking out, kid. I appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Hey, Jeb, have you ever in your travels or in your skeletoriness, have you ever seen one of these?
And I hold up the dragon egg.
Holy shit! Is that what an egg? Dragon?
It's an egg. Yeah. Yeah.
That's, well, for one, that's incredibly rare. Congratulations. You could sell that for a shit ton of money, kid.
I could.
Oh, yeah. You'd be rich. You could retire. You could go buy land somewhere in Estrane. You could be a lady, like an official lady with land in a castle. You keep calling yourself a queen. You could probably have subjects with the money you could get from this.
Or I could rule over them with an iron fist and a dragon. And then they would give me their land. See, big picture.
Right. Well, if you're thinking big picture, imagine dragons grow up and they're basically people. So good luck controlling one, but I see where your head's at.
Well, if it thinks I'm its mom. Right?
Well, that's
rear
awfully
it?
manipulative. I like that.
No, I mean, if you raise it from a baby chick or a baby dragonling, what do you call a baby? A dragon?
It's a wormling.
A wormling. Do they look wormy? Are they wormy?
Worm with a Y, so more snake.
Worm.
Lizardy. Worm, yeah.
Worm.
Sure.
Worm.
I imagine the Northerners say it like that.
So,
yeah.
do you know how old it is?
Egg years old. I don't know.
8 years old.
I'm not an expert.
Like
I was more of a black market guy when I was alive, so I used to just sell shit. You know, like and then the numbers I'm thinking of are like when I was alive. So with inflation, you could probably buy a country.
No, I'm asking how old is a country?
I mean, maybe. I'm probably exaggerating at this point. I don't know.
What if we found another dragon and the dragons had dragon babies and then we sold the eggs and then we bought all the countries? We could make the world star Heartonia!
You'd have 2 living dragons selling their baby. I don't think they'd be okay
I don't
with
think
that.
selling dragon baby, the worms, is a very good idea.
Yeah.
Seems kind of mean.
Yeah. Well, and you know, dragons in these parts really rare. They were slaughtered a long time ago. So if you find any, it's best to protect them and let them know that you're on their side. Otherwise, they're very, very likely to just mow you down.
I'm on your side. Please don't mow me down. I am your mother.
You might as well be talking to a doorknob right now, but good effort.
No, don't they hear you? If I put him against my regions, wouldn't he hear me when I'm at, no, like my belly, like, you know, like you can hear, isn't that a thing, like to hear me if you talk to
Like a baby in your womb can hear your voice? Yes. That's where she was going with that, by the way, guys.
I got there eventually, but man, that lead in.
That was a good one. I was on for that ride.
So maybe
you, even though Jeb is but a skull, you somehow get the impression that he blinked.
Blink.
Well, I'll keep him warm and I'll keep him close against me, and then he can get used to the sound of my voice and my beating heart and
That sounds like a good plan, kid. But don't let anybody you don't trust see you with that.
Okay.
Because they might know how much it's worth, too.
Jeb.
Yeah.
Jeb, it's just you and me, Jeb.
Well, yeah.
Yeah, it's just you and me.
Okay,
You
then.
and me and baby makes 3. Well, I mean, not
Am
really.
I a dad? Are you,
no.
What's happening?
Look, you wanna be? I mean,
Oh,
you don't
God,
have
no, not again. No.
Jeb, did you have kids?
Yeah.
How many? What are their names? Where are they? Are they also skulls?
I'm sure a couple of them are by now, but I've probably had I had 3 kids that I knew about, 2 kids that I knew of, and then maybe like 2 or 3 that probably happened.
Jeff, you so-and-so, you got around.
His head rolls with a little bit of a shrug.
Do you want some coffee?
Are you making jokes?
Would you like to rest your noggin against a warm reservoir of beverage?
God, do I miss having a body.
Well, if we find something without a head, or if we take the head off of something, if we decapitate it from its body, then we'll kappa your head on the body.
Right. Yes, appreciate that. You didn't give me the shark guy, but sure.
I tried! And then everyone else was like, no, he's nice. I'm like, are you sure it's a shark? It's killing people. And I slew it once. It was a very vanquishy slew.
So as you're sort of like tucking the egg into an area against your body that's less conspicuous than anywhere else, you're still going to have a bit of a lump happening, but maybe it just looks like, you got like a jacket or something tucked in there. It doesn't...
Okay.
You tuck it around until it doesn't look like a big egg shape anymore.
Does it look like I am with child?
No, it's not quite big enough for that. It's maybe... I mean, actually, no, well, you're a gnome. So
Yeah.
it could. If people didn't know anything about what a pregnant gnome looked like, you might. But even then, people probably knew you yesterday, so it's
Or maybe it's just like, maybe I just ate a lot of pudding?
Sure.
Loaded.
Okay.
You're a little bloated. You look a little bloated.
I'll take it for the first time ever.
So you round the corner, and you make your way back
Look,
onto the deck.
To be bloated, that's what. That you freaking
It was Ryan's face. Ryan's fault.
perverts. Keep talking, Danny.
So you round out to get to the deck, and everybody seems to be kind of like off to the side, minding their business, having their coffee, having their breakfast. It's a quiet morning. You haven't set off from the island yet. So everybody's just kind of celebrating, recovering from the night. Some people maybe had a little bit too much to drink. Some people were maybe seriously injured during the fight. So it's just kind of like a calm, recollective thing. And you see Hailstorm just kind of on the deck facing you, but he's like twitching a little bit, seems to be like scratching at himself and kind of like stamping a bit. Make a perception check for me, please.
Using sharp stiffs dice.
First roll of the night.
All right, here we go. Perception. 18.
So you see this same moment happens in an instant. You see Starheart coming up onto the deck, and you have whatever like bottom of the stomach feelings that Nitsage would have about seeing her again after the wedding last night. And then you realize something's wrong. Like, you're not feeling the pain of being distantly separated from Hailstorm, but you do feel like something is off. It's like if you knew someone was in the house, but they stopped making noise. Like, something is very wrong. And the next thing you know, you see Hailstorm's eyes kind of like, you see like little flickers like coming up across the scales and then like covering his eyes with this sort of like black film, and he's like, and he charges at Starheart. And he's gonna make an attack. Wait, is he? He's got the breath weapon, right?
He does have a breath.
Yeah, he has a breath.
Can you roll that?
That's a dexterity of 13. DC save of 13 dex.
Mm-hmm. So Starheart, can you make a dexterity saving throw for me?
Yes, sir. Oh. 4.
That's 24 points of fire damage.
Wait, no,
Yeah,
that should
and-
help the egg, right?
It's not how this works.
Always look
No. But go with me. Go with me. If it's a dragon and then it's fire, wouldn't that help? Not me, but it. Burn me.
Hard to say. You're not sure what kind of dragon it is.
Oh no. They all fire, don't they? They
No. Every dragon is different.
Well, what do I do I see the fire coming at do I see the flames?
Yeah.
From your perspective, what you see is your dear friend Hailstorm. Like, oh, he looks a little itchy. And by the time you're at the Y of itchy, there's now fire in your face. You didn't even have a moment to react because your guard is down around Hailstorm. But after this, we can roll for initiative, of course.
Oh no. Okay, how I just want to know, did all the damage go to me or did it go to the baby egg?
It goes to you. The shell's thick enough. You don't have to worry about that.
Okay,
egg.
that's all I'm concerned about.
I'll let you know
moment.
if something happens to the egg.
I take how many points? 24?
Yes.
Okay. Oh, and
initiative.
we did have temp health from the Hebo clothing.
Yeah, but it wasn't 109 like D&D Beyond suggests you put down.
No, that was me adding 10. So that was my overridden one. I'm just saying I'm going to be deleting the 10.
Got it. Tigeron, to answer your question, the egg is so covered and encrusted with like earth and such, you can't actually tell what color shell it is. Boop-ba-da-doo. I don't know, Sharp Steph. I just rolled a 5.
Hey, I'm going to roll my sharp stuff dice. First roll for me.
Well, almost.
I wish I could roll mine.
We'll be rolling the sharp. They're right here.
That doesn't help me now.
What are we rolling for initiative?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Burning forever.
Am I there?
Green, but it's a no.
You're still in your room, but you could probably hear the commotion and feel the flame.
Can you see my yeet?
Nope.
Okay, anyway, I yeeted.
That's
Or I
fine.
got 20. Yeah.
Plus.
Plus, what is it? Initiative? 0. It's just 20.
Okay.
I can't initiate well.
I got
have
9.
13 for Nitsage.
Why do I get a 20 on initiative? That's weird.
And a 28.
I have
28?
Yeah, I got a natural 20.
Wow.
Damn.
And yes, I have a positive.
Your initiative is.
Yeah, I have the what's it called? The Rakish Audacity.
The
The
Audacity.
I instantly yell in horror, Hailstorm!
What is your deal, man?
Andrew, you can still roll though.
I
you
did 11.
11. Thank you.
Oh.
Cool.
Question, is Hailstorm is not considered a humanoid, eh?
No.
Did not think
Beast. Sorry, yeah. So you call out as the fire flies, and some of the surface of the ship does catch. It doesn't look like it's particularly dangerous at the moment, but if it's not extinguished
It's
quickly,
a 15-foot cone. That helps.
Yeah, so it might just be like the poles that split right before things, but like the sails haven't been hit. Most of like the intricacies haven't been hit, but there's still some just burning walls. And Aura, you're up.
I'm gonna yell to the crew, tend to the fire, and then I'm gonna run and grab. I'm sure there's ropes, just spare ropes, and I'm gonna try and Hailstorm, calm down. I'm gonna try and get the rope over his neck and try and kind of hold him down.
Cool. Dex check for me, please.
Really good, sharp stuff. Really good. 5, so 21.
21. Yeah. So you managed to get it. Were you aiming for like around the neck, around the leg?
Around his neck to kind of almost like loop it around like a bridle. Because if you
Got
control the neck of the horse, you control the head. You control where he's going.
Sure.
So top of the neck
Yeah. So
is where I'm aiming.
yeah. So at least you got him. Like he's still on the ground at the moment, but yeah, you've got him hooked by the rope. Anything else you'd like to do? In
Just
turn?
gonna hold him.
Sure. Cool. Starheart, you're up.
So he's being held currently.
Yes.
Can
Can I would like to go closer to Hailstorm or maybe even from where I am, I can just observe any changes. I just want to notice any differences from how he normally looks or seems or behaves.
Sure. Make an investigation check, please.
Because this is very out of sorts.
Just get lit on fire.
Investigation 15.
Yeah, so as you get closer, trusting Aura's strength to hold him back, you do see an entire swarm of very, very tiny little bugs, and they look inky. Like, as you look closer to them, they don't actually seem solid. They don't seem to have any, like, true legs. They seem to be just, like, floating around and sliding around his skin, kind of just irritating, getting between scales, between, like, fur and any other orifice that they can get to. And just biting. So even when they bite, you don't see real teeth. It's just kind of like these little inky blobs, like form sharp points and stab. Like they're there to egg them on more than they are to feed.
Do they act as one entity? Are they like the Borg, or are they all independent of each other?
It's definitely a swarm mentality. So they all have the same objective, and they're all spreading out in order to accomplish this objective.
I would like to... We'll see if this does anything. No, it wouldn't. Cure wounds wouldn't help, would it? Should we find out?
Find out?
We'll find out. I cast... Oh, did we have a long rest or no?
Yeah. Sorry, you all have
thank you.
a long rest.
I'm just gonna open those spells.
Also, who has the innate sensing good and evil? That was one of your Broaden Horizons. Andre, you sense evil.
Evil.
Are you still down in the kitchen?
I am. I was having a pot of coffee, and now this happened.
Keep having that pot of coffee. Don't let it change it.
You're gonna need it.
I am going to cast Cure Wounds to touch him. And I give him... Wait, no, that's not an 8. That's 8. Oh, 3. That's also 8. Oh, no! It's okay. 10. 13. 13 health.
Okay.
I just want to see if it does anything.
Yeah, you're attempting to sort of channel this radiant energy into him, and it does seem to push the swarm away. So wherever you placed your hand, initially they were coming towards you as if to attack, but because of what the type of energy you were channeling, they've they spread out like almost like oil on water. It just nope. So they noped away from you, but it didn't heal him.
Okay.
Yeah.
A question that I don't know if I remembered or if we went through the whole thing last time. Did I feel the full effects of drinking from my spiritual tankard?
We haven't yet, actually.
Okay, I thought it was just I felt a little hazy, funny, but
we'll
so
find
am
a moment for that soon. I think probably after this fight.
So am I? Would you say I'm hungover?
Not hungover. It's still present in you, but it's whatever it is. It's sort of stabilized, and it seems to be waiting to be activated. Okay.
I'm gonna presume that the investigation check was an action, so I will cease.
Sure thing. Nitsage, it's you.
I have to basically use the surrounding area to kind of help hold myself up, because I'm feeling terrible, and I'm kind of hobbling over to Hailstorm, seeing all this, and Hailstorm, what? Aura, hold him. And I'm going to cast detect magic. Do I? No, the thought was I don't hear anything. I don't feel anything from him. I want to detect. I'm going to cast detect magic.
There was a time to counterspell
on him and see what's happened. What he doesn't look in his mind at all, and all these things are on him. So I'm going to see if this is a magical thing or.
Sure. The instant gut instinct is that this is a gift from Kelrek.
Oh, you motherfucker. It's like, yeah, it's definitely tearing me up a lot. It's tearing me up apart when I'm with you.
And when we're
Tearing
apart,
up my heart to be with you.
Feel it too.
no matter what you do, you feel the pain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was my action. So I'm just trying to get closer, but I'm still like just hobbling along, like reaching for the banisters, you know, just trying to get closer to him.
Sure. Bubo, you hear all the ruckus, and you feel the warmth of the burst of fire.
And I just assume it comes from the painting that I've been newly gifted as I lie in bed and am inches from just caressing the portrait. I'm kind of enamored by it, so this turn I'll sit in bed still. I'll think about getting up. I'll think about.
Sure.
Was that something important? But nah.
Yeah, I mean, it's honestly, in your room, it's very cozy. You smell like really good smelling food, better than what the normal cook makes. The coffee smells great. And you're just like, it's going to be the best morning ever. You and me, portrait.
You and me.
Andre, you're up.
Awesome.
You're in the mess area.
Watching
with
this all go
Truss.
down.
He's on a monitor up on the kitchen, everything that's outside of the deck. Oh, okay.
So yeah, I go to investigate and seeing everything happening currently. Do I see and I see that Hailstorm is freaking out and Nitsage is not looking great. How close are you, Nitsage, to Hailstorm by now? Are you like within 5 feet of him?
I would assume like maybe 10 something feet. I don't know how. I mean, yeah, sure. I get close.
Cool. All right. So I walk up between you guys. I outstretch my hands and I cast Greater Restoration.
Okay. You see this oil slick, this dark energy sort of just like slide off of Hailstorm. Nitsage, you feel your connection. Oh no. You're not a Batman. The voice enters Bubo's mind. Okay.
Bubo, how long will you follow these mortals and the false idol around? You know as well as I that the power of the gods lay inside you. Let me show you how to unlock them. I just ask a small favor in return.
I'm just imagining Bubo's portrait speaking.
Yeah, so am I. I grab the portrait with 2 hands and go, "It speaks."
It's Vigo.
Or is Mebo here?
Oh yeah, you're back with Mebo. So he's probably just tromping it along the deck somewhere. Well, I guess. Yeah. Well, I guess we can loop back around to what you do with him on your turn. So Andre, sorry. So you were able to squash that stuff off. So it looks like for the moment, Hailstorm is free. So this sort of inky mass is going to find a new thing to attach to.
Oh shit.
And I'm just going to roll for it so that I have it. Oh, Nitsage, not your lucky day.
Oh no.
So all those same tiny little inky fleas just as you're leaning up against the banister, they crawl up the banister and and your eyes just go, and you're now not in control of yourself, but you can make your own attacks and all of that stuff as if you're going to be making the choices of how to.
Am I being like charmed, I guess?
Not charmed exactly. You're being hijacked.
Okay.
Dumb.
This thing is just taking you for a ride for a minute.
No saving throw or nothing, huh?
I'll let you make a saving throw. Make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, that's not good. Come on, Conservative. 14.
Just enough. So it like gets once it gets into your eyes, you've felt this feeling before, having like been in that pit when you just like locked up and hulked out a little bit. So this time you're able to just tell it no loudly enough that just like so now it's once again a little mass on the deck of the ship. It's going to be a minute before it can try again. It's trying to like regroup itself in its swarm. Truss hears the commotion and follows Andre up. So he's just kind of standing on the deck of the ship behind Andre, and he kind of like, in the same way that he sort of smelled your neck earlier, he's kind of like, but he doesn't make an action yet. Back up to Aura.
All right. So let's see. I was holding. I feel like I noticed Hailstorm go back to normal. I was like, easy boy, easy. And I saw the black splotches come up.
No! Yeah, I definitely probably maybe heard me say that out loud.
Oh crap, what do I do? I don't even know. Shit.
Boop, 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 boop.
I'll hurt you. Jeez.
It's on the ground.
Oh, it's on the ground?
It went off of me, and now it's on the deck.
I'm fumbling on my person, and I'm gonna grab the daylight in a bottle and try and unwrap it really quick and just see if it like really bright daylight does anything against it.
Yeah. Let me. Yeah, like a good chunk of it is just blasted away. It just evaporates into nothingness. So now that large, almost man-sized glob is now maybe a quarter of what it was. It's a small little puddle running around, but it's now avoiding you. Like it's hiding behind objects and other people to try and get away from that light that you've presented to it.
Andre! Stop!
I rolled a 22 Constitution saving throw when that came out, just to let you know, Danny.
Okay. Cool.
I'm gonna do the same.
Sure.
Seems like a smart thing to be doing right about now.
For the daylight, Ryan? Sorry? For the
daylight, just like because it was really close to me.
Oh, right. Good call. Yeah, you're like, oh god. Okay. Like just kind of like breathe through it.
That makes sense. That's why I was like, what are you doing?
I'm giving myself damage. Is what I'm doing.
I'm with you.
I was thinking that.
He's already
Take an inspiration, sir. You put yourself in harm's way for theming. Yeah. I appreciate it.
He was already 2 steps ahead of that.
Mm-hmm.
Old DM brain there.
You're not Batman. He's more groggy from the sun. He's not taking damage yet. Oops.
Demolge.
All right.
Whose turn?
That's my turn.
Starheart, it's your turn.
It's my turn.
So you can see that Hailstorm is back to normal, and that there's this sort of black ooze that's been partially evaporated from Aura's daylight in a bottle.
I cast my spiritual weapon. I summon my spiritual weapon.
Mm-hmm.
And then, thank you. And then, as if it, you know how like you take a fly and like you put a glass over it? I want to do that with this thing with my spiritual tankard. I just go like, bam!
I'm gonna roll a dexterity save for it and see if we can do that. It doesn't dodge. So you're able to. So the mug just like.
Yes.
Doom. And you can see that radiant liquid inside. So when it flips, you hear a hiss.
Oh no! Did I just?
But you're not sure about the results because the mug is opaque.
Well, I thought the mug might have been empty. That's what I was thinking.
Every time you bring it out, it's always full of liquid.
So wouldn't have all of the liquid just splashed on the ship then?
Well, I imagine you did it fast enough to like boom, unless you wanted to pour it out.
No, I would have drank it. I wouldn't want to waste it. Okay. Well, I've already done that. I was thinking it was empty, so I would have just cast it.
You have a feeling that the sound is the liquid reacting to this creature, so it is probably best that you had done that.
I hear it reacting. What kind of reaction? Is it like a hiss?
Yeah, so you hear like a hiss and a screech, and then it's quiet, but you're not sure if the job is done or not, because the liquid inside this your spiritual weapon isn't an ale specifically. It's this sort of radiant, glowy liquid that's always been in there.
I take a peek.
Mega dexterity saving throw.
Wait, which one is that? Is that the up one or the down one? I can't tell with you numbers either way. It's shit.
Dots on the bottom. If it's got
Dots on the bottom? Oh, 6. Wait, I have blesses and stuff.
Do we get blessings? You got
We have 2
reroll?
lessons, and then we have 3 groups.
Oh yeah, you got reroll.
Do we want to use a reroll on this? We have a lot.
You have 10.
Go for
Yeah. Yeah? Okay, I'll reroll. Oh, shit. It's on the fuck one.
Maybe you should reroll that one too.
Are you sure?
Sure.
Use it.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
I'm switching dice. Hang on. We're back to 6, so I guess I just canceled my own rollout. 6.
So now for me, so it lands on you, but now make a charisma saving throw.
Oh, I'm very good at the charismas. I'm very charismatic. I hope.
Just so you know.
Oh, that's a good charisma. Just so I know. Just so you know what.
You're very charismatic, just so you know.
Just so I know. A natural 20, please.
Oh, nice.
Unnatural.
Yeah. Unnatural 20. Yeah, cool. So it gets to your body and it tries to like get like onto your face, and as soon as it gets to your eyes, you sort of like pulse with your like clericy light, and it's just like just gets back onto the deck of the ship. It's now maybe the size of like a cat if a cat were like a flat little squishy pancake.
Sorry, that's a really funny visual.
Nitzage, we're back up to you.
Looking at this thing, I kind of went over to Hailstorm and, threw my arm around him, just, and then I'll look back, see that it attacked Starheart, and then I'll throw a Dispel Magic at it at 3rd level.
Ooh, cool.
Don't know if that's going to work or not, but I don't know if it's just pure magic or what, but yeah, Dispel Magic. 3rd level.
Nice.
If it's a higher level than that, or if it's anything, I
think that should be enough. You've pinned it. It's taken quite a little bites of damage. Like it's barely around after that mug, so it's enough. You're just kind of like just gone.
Yeah.
You hear one guy in the back. Can't we just have one breakfast without a fight with you all?
No, I agree. It's Kelrick.
I'm sorry, who?
It was Kelrick. He's his powers are coming back to him.
That's not great.
He visited me last night, and we had a conversation again this morning. I was going to tell Bubo about it, but it looks like he wanted some revenge for me not accepting his offer again.
I'm proud of you.
Why can't I just give in again? The people around wouldn't get hurt.
Of course they would.
At least it'd be on my terms.
I don't think so. Once you give in to him, nothing is on your terms anymore.
Thank you, Andre. Thank you.
Andre, I'm sorry. Did I flash this right in your eyes? I didn't mean to hurt you. I wrap it up and put it away.
No, it's just seem to be a little bit more sensitive these days.
Catch eyes with Truss, who sort of inclines his head as you say this. He doesn't say anything.
Starheart, are you okay? Where did you find that donut at in the deck?
Oh, I a box delivered this morning. Don't worry about it.
I'm okay. Is Hailstorm okay?
I think so. You okay? Are we back? As I hold his head, like look into his eyes.
You find your connection is just as strong as it ever was. And he's taken no damage. He's just a little uncomfortable with the rope, but he kind of shakes it off himself.
Of course. Or can we unrope him for now? He seems fine. That was very mean of what Kelrick did to you. I'm sorry, bud.
He sort of gives you a nod, and then he just goes to kind of fly around the ship for a bit. Just take a
we need to gather everyone in your quarters, if that's all right. If anyone knows, I was looking for Bubo. I was going to him, and then obviously I got sidetracked.
Oh, you haven't heard? He got a portrait last night.
At my ball.
What?
Are we having another one? Is this an after party?
Not quite. Planning party.
That is a planning we need to put in the books right now, post haste.
Yeah, should we send someone for Bubo?
I'll go get him.
As you're on your way, Bubo, you
This is how I walk now.
I
can hear you coming.
Speaking with this voice in your head, who's trying to make offers of power to you.
Yeah, so my portrait talks. This is great. I didn't ask for that, though.
I'm not your portrait, you dolt.
Oh, it's you again.
It's me again.
What would you like this time?
There's something in Nitsuge's personages, his items. I need it.
You
Bring it to me.
want something that he has.
Yes.
Then ask
give you
him
anything
for it.
you
What?
I did.
Yeah, ask him. I couldn't hear you. I was talking.
Just like,
Broke a god.
Go on. You were saying you asked him for it, and
He said no. So I punished him, just as I will punish you if you say no. But I'm willing to give you a gift if you help me. It's just a book. A book is nothing to you.
yeah, I don't like books. You're right. Except for one. It was a pretty good book. Oh, what's the punishment and what's the reward?
The reward is along the lines of whatever you desire. What do you desire?
What's the punishment?
I'll let you know when you reach it.
Right. You said you just punished him. What did you do? What did I miss out on because I was staring at my portrait, which you so kindly interrupted?
That is between me and Nitsuge and the rest of your party. Just now, it is you and me.
and Starheart, you could have reached the door by now.
I'm at the door then.
Do you knock, or do you hear Bubo speaking to himself? How do you react?
I just go in.
Okay. So you
Or I
see
do the- or
Bubo
I do
sprawled
the-
out on the bed next to
Or I
this
do the
portrait.
knock knock go in thing.
Oh, sure,
Knock,
sure.
knock as you're opening the door.
Yes, you're opening it.
Anyone decent in here?
I do one of those. Yep.
Woman, there's a door there for a reason. Shh. I'm busy. Go on.
See that?
Shh. I said quiet.
What do you desire?
What do I desire? That's a great question.
What a great conversation to walk in.
I already have several portraits. I'll always
Studios
desire.
LLC, thank you for the raid. Welcome,
Yes,
friends.
raids.
We're currently in the middle of one of the most infuriating characters having a conversation with a demon who would otherwise be terrifying. Thanks for coming, everybody.
I could have several more portraits made. Not that I really need them. I don't know if I desire them. I already have a lot of gold. My storehouse. With 2 dragons.
Your name restored.
It has been. Starheart, what do I desire?
What?
You heard me.
Well, I mean, are you talking to your portrait or yourself? Or am I interrupting like special Bubo alone time? I've heard that I read in that, you remember that book I got about the mating rituals of orcs? Well,
You see what I have to deal with?
I read that
I
sometimes
could strike her dead if you
men
No.
need alone time. No what? No what?
I asked you a question.
No,
Simple
don't
question.
read the book. Okay.
I asked you a question. Answer my question. What do I desire?
I might just do it anyway.
What
Nope.
what do
No, it's not
I
hard.
desire,
Not
or
hard.
what
Zip
do
it.
you?
Zip
what-
it. Zip. Not another word or you'll fall dead. You heard me. Don't say a single word. Your life literally depends on it.
No.
Come to think of it, I don't desire anything. I'm good. Thank you for the conversation.
You're welcome for the conversation. I've been told I'm a good conversationalist. So what's going on in your room there, buddy pal?
I got a new portrait. How can I help you?
Who were you talking to?
My portrait, clearly.
It asked you what you desired?
Yeah, look at it.
Can I do a
Is
shifty
it speaking
check?
to you?
Is it speaking to me if I look at it?
The portrait? No, it's a portrait.
I look at it more.
It is a painting. Well, you
Oh, that's
stare
what
at
I
it
would
long
do.
enough that you start to think you might have seen it move. So you're like,
Is it like a magic eye portrait where she discovers something that previously unseen?
yeah. So the Parnithius's special skill is the magic eye painting, right? So you relax your eyes, and it like shifts the character into a new scene. It's like the two backgrounds mesh into a third one, so the subject is.
It's not a sailboat, it's a schooner.
Schooner is a sailboat. Stupid head.
Yeah, how can I help you?
It moved.
Yeah, isn't it great? That's why I've been staring at it all morning. What have you been up to?
I've been up to. Oh, well, I woke up and then I asked Jeb how he was doing, and then Jeb, he's still dead. He's still a skull, so he's
Still
doing
Jeb.
Are you still carrying him around?
Yeah.
Yeah, still dead. Hey.
Yeah,
still dead.
he's attached to you, I can see.
And then I did nothing.
I'm just kind of. I want to
Is that-
word this properly.
Cradling the egg?
Yeah. I was
Gotcha.
going to say
I
something.
got you. I had a feeling.
Thank you. I appreciate that. I do that.
And then Hailstorm had an episode.
Excuse me, what?
Oh, so there was this
Heartbeats don't just have episodes. What
Oh,
happened?
it's still outside, I believe. It's like a little black like puffy movie things
Uh-huh.
were all over him, and then I touched him and I cast cure wounds, and then they went whoosh, but then they go back, and then Laura did a thing where she held it in place, and then I put my tankard over it, and then it made a sound like maybe I shouldn't have done that, and then I lifted my tankard off, and then it was like this blob of blackness, and it could have been like a cat if the cat was a pancake, and then it went blah, 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 blah.
I don't even know why I asked. Where's everyone else?
Pick your random turnip. A trickster fairy who finds great joy in sharing the innermost thoughts and secrets of those around.
Oh, no.
Oh, good. That sounds disturbing. And Lord Briarwood 93, thank you for the follow.
Thank you for the follow.
Lord Briarwood.
Oh, the
Oh,
Broadwoods.
I'm here to collect you for a party planning meeting. I was
Another-
told we're planning a party.
Another. Oh, right. Sure.
Whoa! D20
Whatever.
TV, thanks for gifting those subs.
Oh my gosh, thank you so
Right.
much.
Look at that. Oh my gosh. Jay Chavers is now subbing the channel. That's crazy.
Wow. You guys are D20 TV. It's wonderful.
So much.
Yay.
So kind.
Right. So where's everyone else?
Oh, they're that way doing the party planning thing.
All right. Let's get to the PP.
Let's not call it that.
What's the party
I
planning?
thought it was pretty good. All right, let's go.
The
Thanks,
PP?
Jeb. I'm glad you're on my side.
No, that's that. It's
Not
because you're both
literally on
men. You
Starheim's
guys
side,
both
but I see
have
what you
that. I don't. You get
Not
to
sure.
say that.
Not sure what you're talking about. I'm talking about the party planning.
The party planning.
Yeah,
right?
that's what I'm talking
Just
about. I'm glad you're on her side, though. That's nice of you.
Yeah, occasionally she puts me on the other side. Sometimes I was on a door last night. That was fun. So you continue this conversation.
I put him on this side, so he's.
Oh, please, I keep going on. I asked him everything about that hallway.
Oh, yeah. He tells you, like, every single of the 94 people who walked by the door the night previous. Like, what they were wearing, what they were doing.
Oh, and I'm, like, super invested.
People are really fascinating when you take the time.
I wish I had the time to take. I would do just the same thing. God, we know each other. We're, like, on the same page.
So you find yourself in there. Talbot is already inside. He's taken a bunch of the maps and everything. He's laid them out on the table. And he's got a map of the West Coast, and he's basically saying like the quickest cut, depending on where you'd like to go, but the best midpoint between either the Maw, if you were heading that way, or to Quarry, if you're heading that way. The easiest point to land and the best path from both of those places would be a halfling harbor town called Verimbo. It's in a western bay. It's known as the West Bowl. It's the biggest bay on the West Coast, if you look at the map. If I have the map, if you have the map, it's been a minute. But it's not marked, but if you look at that coast, it's just that little inward scoop on the west bank. So Talbot's just saying, if we landed here, depending on your party's plans, I realize I am only privy to some of it, but I've gotten the gist that you're either traveling somewhat north toward the Maw or somewhat east towards Quarry. And this should be the best landing point for either of you. For either thing.
Can I take?
I can step outside if you wish, and I'll make the proper arrangements when you make a decision, Captain.
Yes, thank you, Talbot.
I want to take out my necklace, the cannonball, doom ball, the ball thing. I don't remember what you call it, the ball. And I want to see which way the ball goes.
All right. Or what's the most valuable thing in your chambers?
Oh, I forgot that it goes bing bing immediately.
That's a good question.
It's not a virginity.
Whoa!
Wow! Rude.
I don't know. That's a really good question. I feel like the Heartache Dagger is probably worth a good amount.
Would it go to the egg?
Oh, egg. Maybe not.
I was just kind of seeing which direction we should go, which is has the most money, which
this
has
is
the
more
most
of a
pillaging.
localized tool, so it's in your vicinity, like where you currently are.
Well, Starheart's dumb.
So it kind of like it goes to the egg, it goes to the dagger, and then maybe a couple like odds and ends that Aura's collected recently.
The desk.
Okay.
You probably have a treasure chest in the desk with some treasure in there. Oh, there you two are.
Oh, here we two is.
I'm here
Y'all
too.
made it. I heard there was some stuff with your heart beast.
Yes, it was Kelrek. He spoke.
Aha! It was your punishment, wasn't it?
Yes. How did you?
Great. Can't wait for mine. Anyway,
You go to his this morning?
I'm sorry, what? You were both talking at the same time.
Did he speak to you?
Yeah. Again.
When?
I'm getting awfully tired of you saying no to him because he just jumps right over and comes to me, and then I've got to say no to him too.
But you don't want me to say yes to him, do you?
I mean, a little, so he'll stop bothering me, but really no.
We need it. Where's Doomerl right now?
It's a great question. He's probably in the crow's nest. Highest place up. That's where he likes to be.
You might need to call him down or something. He might try and turn.
He's already on his way.
Is that what I walked in on? You in bed with Kelrek? Luke?
What?
No,
Kelrek.
not
In your brain?
either.
While
No.
you were sleeping?
If I was in bed with anything, it was my portrait. That's less weird somehow.
Oh, I read that in the Orcish book too.
Right. Anywho,
You hear like a light tingling of chimes as your sort of office window is open, and on little tiny wings, you see this very sort of slender green figure with this really pointy chin, long pointy ears, and this big grin on its face. It looks really kind of sweet and friendly.
Oh, hey guys.
Whatever it is, I don't like it.
Yeah.
Laura?
Oh, don't mind me. I'm just a fairy.
I want to grab it.
Don't please don't.
What do I
in the middle of
detect?
a private meeting.
Hey, Briggs
Briggs
bastards!
bastards, hello.
Thank you for the raid.
Oh, yeah, more raiding.
You don't detect evil, nor do you detect good. But you can tell by that kind of sly grin on its face that it's just kind of here to fuck around.
Fair enough.
I hate it.
What are you?
Hey, looks like you're gonna be, I don't even have a pun. You're gonna bite somebody soon, huh?
What?
This guy with the fangs. Well, they're not fully grown in yet, but look at him trying to keep a secret.
Andre.
Check the little bastard.
I want to do this to him.
You go up to me and do that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Andre, you have.
Does he have like any baby canines?
Yeah, so his canines, it's like, it's hard. If you weren't looking for it, you wouldn't have noticed a difference, but they've definitely sort of like, they protruded just a hair.
Rolled a 19.
Well, that's fun.
19 for insight on the little fairy.
Yeah.
You get the feeling that he's just here for the fuckery. Like, he has no battle. He has no real position. He's just like, these people look like fun today. He probably just blew in on the morning wind and was like, who can I hit first?
Where did you come from? What are you?
Fairy. We're small. You guys seem like a lot of fun. Just lots of little secrets rattle around in your big ass heads.
Did you just say I have a big ass head?
Yep.
Well, no,
You should
just
probably
did,
destroy it.
Nitsage, you know what? It's getting a little stuffy in here. I wish I had a fan to fan myself with at this moment in time.
You might blow your doors off.
How are you going to get rid of that really handsome guy that you spent some time with yesterday?
Alright, it's you. You know.
And he flies over to you, Starheart.
And when are you going to tell the tall guy that you didn't go through with it?
What?
Didn't everybody. Were you not there?
He wasn't there.
Did I not know he was there? I don't know anything.
Yeah, he left. So he after your conversation, he just kind of slipped out. You might not have noticed that he wasn't there the rest
I
of the time,
probably
but yeah,
didn't.
He definitely wasn't there.
I don't notice much.
What?
What?
No, you.
At my. What?
He flies up to Bubo.
I got nothing.
That's right, you little bastard. Get the hell out of here.
I like it here.
And he picks up Aura's cup of coffee and just starts drinking it with both hands. Just
How do we get rid of this thing?
Destroy
I like
it.
it.
Maybe we just be honest with each other and he'll get bold.
Oh, don't do that.
Well, what does?
Are we gonna have some secret time right now, everybody? That whole
I've got a couple of ideas. It's called Entangle, Ice Knife, Thunder Wave.
Oh, hey, listen, I'm just here for a laugh and I'll be on my way. But
I mean,
I'll just-
Moonbeam if I have to.
Okay, hi.
make an intimidation check.
100%. Oh, it's not that great. It's a 10.
It's a
Damn
10.
it. That's even with a +4 too. Son of a bitch. If I had Sharp
You can
Steps
reroll.
dice in my hands.
You got a
Reroll.
lesson?
Yeah, use a reroll. Why not?
Really on this?
Sure.
Maybe.
Why not?
Yeah, you get him a spare.
All right, fine. Oh god, it got worse. It's an 8.
You wouldn't dare. You might hurt one of your friends.
Okay.
Freddy Krueger, but the one from Rick and Morty. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Joe. Oh crap! What was his catchphrase? Was it just him yelling "bitch" every other word? It was something.
You just yelled bitch all the time.
I can't. Yeah. Because I remember that episode barely. Awesome. We'll have to wait for someone to fall asleep or something.
Beer.
That's a thing. We'll do it. Thank you.
I want to
don't-
play a game with the fairy.
You want to play a game with the fairy?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Okay, fairy. So here's how it's gonna go.
So I pour a shot.
Gary Terry. Yes, thank you.
I pour 2 shots.
Okay. So
Okay.
wait. So
Monster
okay.
drop.
Monster drop. Yeah.
Oh crap.
We're at a monster now. Son of a...
Well,
You. So yeah, play your game.
okay.
Okay. So it's called 2 truths and a lie. And if I win, I take a shot. And if you win, you take a shot. And either way, we take a shot. So okay. So here's. I'll say the things. What do I want you to know about?
I have something that everyone should know about right now. Kurluk knows that I have something. He's coming after me. So the faster that we can get on the sea, the faster we can get away from his grasp, because I don't know how far he can reach.
That's a pretty big bomb to drop.
I take both
that's why I had
shots.
everyone in here, and now this very thing, and I get pressured, and
That's all right. I'm glad.
the Pharaoh is probably going to anyway.
He's right. I
Wait,
really
did
was.
you make another agreement with him?
No, I found a letter, and I pull out the letter that was here. It's
No,
from.
Kurluk was the orc, dear.
Wait, he has our address?
I don't know. I found this in our room last night when I got back.
Oh, I don't like this.
You're right. We need shovels. All right. I don't think we have any business in Quarry, do we? I think we should head for the mall.
I don't know anymore. The faster we. I mean,
Hopefully, we don't know.
Hey,
where.
Jeb, where do you think we should go?
I don't know. I mean, listen, I'm just happy to be here. I'm happy to not be in a closet anymore, so wherever you want to go, I'm there.
Just say, due west or due east, because it's probably one of those directions.
Well,
so say
due
when it's
east will bring you back to the continent, so between those two, probably due east.
due east. We should do east.
So now you're taking orders from a talking skullhead.
we've heard.
No one heard me whisper.
Jeb doesn't know how to whisper, so they at least heard all of his responses.
I watched you. I pretty much figured it out.
We have
I'm
the-
inconspicuous.
and that just lengthens the time that Calrek has to heal and become even stronger.
Well,
I
you guys just keep telling truths. I'm gonna go find someone to mess with on the ship. I'm not going away though.
He goes,
What's your name?
flies
Oh,
up.
I want to know what his name
that we have to-
was.
We have to go back to the Quiet Islands and the Green Isles, and we're gonna drop him off. We can't have him on the ship.
We're not going back to drop him off. No.
He's just
We're gonna drop the ferry off on the ship, on the island of the
Oh,
ship.
my brother.
He could stay here for a bit. It is an island.
What if we cut off his head and give his body to Jim?
Absolutely not. No,
No.
thank you.
It's a terrible idea.
Your brother stays here.
That's
Sorry,
that's fine. That's better than my thoughts.
And we head for the mall as quickly as we can.
Well, if we wanted to be extremely quickly, I can teleport us there in an instant.
Sahlen's advocate.
Wait, what's the evil in this world? I wouldn't
Cloak
say
is
Sahlen's
of the
advocate.
underworld, but not necessarily evil. There isn't exactly an evil god. It's more about how people interpret.
Okay.
Starheart's advocate. Sounds about right now. Just saying, the mall sounds kind of like where you go to die.
Right. That's where we're
Not
going.
entirely wrong.
That's the point.
Yeah, quite
That's
literally.
the point.
It's
Okay,
the underworld,
so
kid.
Starheart's advocate again. I don't mean to play the advocate of Starheart's, but I don't really want to die.
No one says as we are.
So
What's this plan, Starheart? We need to go down to the underworld to defeat Elish Basir.
oh my goodness gracious.
Maybe if you weren't so locked up on yourself, marrying yourself, then you'd know what we're doing.
He's got a point.
What?
Anybody see that shadow out there?
What?
No.
So from your shoulder, you could the skull's looking out, and you just see the sun, as it's finally like up past the water, is blotted out as you see one central mass and a wing on either side darting in your general direction.
Is that your punishment, Bubo?
God, I hope not. That looks much larger than my punishment.
Is it the demon cat?
It is far across the water and getting larger as it approaches. It's coming from the east.
Ship now.
All right. With that, I'm gonna pop my head out of the cabin and yell, "Shields up, mans to cannons!"
We're still in port.
Yeah, we're docked.
You're still at the port, but yeah, everyone jumps and they start pulling up anchor. They're doing everything that you're saying. Rust Flame is waking people up because they're still kind of in like breakfast mode, and he's just throwing them to their feet. He's like, "You dogs, this guy!" Boom. His accent changed for that moment, but he's throwing people around.
I knew what you meant.
Yep. And
can I cast Mage Armor on myself real fast?
Yes, red alert.
Recommend it.
Red alert. Oh, can I have extra mage armor? Anybody got some to hand out?
I have a question about what I'm wearing. The white robes, do they have any properties, or would it be best if I changed?
I would say they would maybe give you a boost to any time you're using cleric-based stuff.
Okay, that would make
an additional bit of damage, maybe like an extra D4 or something like that. Nothing crazy, but
extra D. Okay.
But if you wanted something with a little bit more defense, you'd probably change. The ship starts sliding, and much like the Sweetleaf one, it glides on the water.
Oh,
what's that? Oh, not like sliding down, sliding across the water in the direction. So you're trying to travel east, and it is coming at you from the east. So you and this mass are starting to meet, and once the silhouette begins to hit with light from more directions, you see the bounce on the water, and you see a blue dragon, but chained. So it's chained. There's a rider on its back, and every maybe third spine, the chains third segment of the spine, these spires are decorated with large yellow plumes. And you see that the rider is an orc. It's not him specifically, but you can tell that it is one of his.
Oh, gotcher. It's definitely from his.
Yeah, because Kurluk has another physical form now. So this is just one of his men.
Let's do myself real quick.
I also pop out my spiritual weapon as a bonus
Mine's
action
already
ready.
out, I guess. So I take a sip of it. Prepare myself for battle. I've already had 2 shots. What's a little more?
Sure.
What's enough to get me tipsy at this point? Honestly,
You?
Yeah. I'm wondering. I would like.
I'd say like a couple shots as well within your thing. So I think maybe finishing off a liquor would probably start to mess with you a little bit.
Okay.
But yeah, I'm gonna let it do a thing first.
Shields are up.
So it.
Shields are up.
Did we get the shield up in time?
Yeah, absolutely. You had enough time. It was distant enough. Jeb saw it soon enough.
Good
to give
job,
you enough
Jeb.
warning. And that was. Remind me on how that works. It was like it's like a threshold of damage before the ship starts taking damage, right? Or is it an amount of time?
I think it's just a bubble, and then it takes once that it's like 10 hit points, kind of.
Right.
Temporary hit points, yeah. Not 10 hit points.
No, sorry. Temp is what I meant to say. Temp hit points. Temporary hit points. And then once it's gone, it's gone. But I think we can do it 3 times a day, 2 or 3 times a day.
Nice.
Oh, that was nice.
You all are still currently in the cabin, so you all won't roll for this, but the remaining people who are on the deck will, so I'm going to roll for Rust Flame and a few of the other folks.
Uh-oh.
Lucky Rust Flame.
Blue dragon.
Lucky Truss.
What about Jeb?
No, Jeb's with you.
He is with me, so we're both lucky. We hope.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, you're out of its line of sight, but you hear just a as this 5-foot wide bolt of lightning exits this creature's jaws and strikes the deck of the ship. Everyone managed to jump out of the way in time, but the ship is going to take a lot of stuff.
Gosh darn it, our ships keep getting hurt.
What did the magic do? What did the
I'm
shield do?
just trying to remember how much cards.
I remember it displaces for a bit. It does a good job. I thought it was more than 10.
Oh no, I don't know if I know how many hit points it provides to the ship. I just know it's an extra barrier on the ship.
Oh. Okay, then that's in my notes.
It might have affected the ship's AC as well, because I remember our outgoing shots had to be high enough to get through the barrier as well.
Right. Oh, right. Okay. I remember. So here's what actually happens. So the ship isn't going to take damage for this one. So the lightning that would have hit the deck, you see that same sort of glimmer around the entire ship, just cushion it. So you see this bolt just fighting against this force as it draws closer and closer to the deck of the ship before it is like deflected elsewhere into the sky. The dragon zips back. It's now behind your ship, and it's going to make another round. Everybody roll initiatives.
Okay.
Come on, check that.
No.
Oh.
4.
19.
18, please.
Get it out of the way now, sharp stuff. We'll get it out of the way now.
There it is.
There it is. Let's do it now. Let's do it on initiative.
Which do you want?
Both. You're all I have left.
9.
18.
18. And who's higher dex between you and Boobo?
Probably Google. I have 1 plus 1.
Yeah, mine's +3.
Okay.
Sharp stuff's like, get one out of the way now for good rolls.
Yes, please get those. No!
For dice or TPKers.
Awesome.
Actual 20s last night in my other campaign.
Little
So short. I can't touch the floor in this chair. Like my feet
All right.
just dangle.
I'll be right back. Don't say what you're going to do out real quick. I'm going to be right back.
Strong paddle, yeah.
Okay.
Oh
I'm
man.
gonna do a thing.
Remember that time we told Bubo to use a reroll for it's fine.
Or something stupid? Yeah, I remember.
Listen, it's the blue dragon. We defeated a harder thing.
I would like to tame it. I want it.
Yes.
Yeah.
You guys know when you start hurt?
Want the blue dragon.
So,
Want the blue dragon.
there's a rider on it, right, Danny?
Yes.
It was on the stool.
Maybe it doesn't want to be there, and then Starheart can ride it.
Well, that's what I'm thinking. I'm gonna cast banishment on the rider.
That's going to be hard. Well, because it just zipped past the ship, so it's probably a good, maybe, what's its speed? 2 seconds. Okay, so it's like 40 feet or so on the other side of the ship now. and
My range is
you're-
60 feet.
How
Nice.
far out of the cabin have you gone? The ship is pretty long, too.
Oh, can I
so
just
it's
like
behind-
poke out a window on the side that I saw it fly out of and be like, vanish?
Okay. I'll say at disadvantage for moving target.
Well, he
Yeah,
has to make a charisma
He has to
saving
make a
throw.
save. So he'll
Do
have
we have to? What's the deal? Is it for attack spells that have to penetrate through the barrier?
like physical objects for the most part. So you kind of lucked out that it was the
Oh, okay.
that it was the, like the lightning would have gotten stopped. Right. Yeah. So he fails. As he disappears, the heavy chains that he was holding on the dragon's bit, what the fuck is it called? Reins. They like ting 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 fall down, and so as the dragon starts to fly away, and they don't fall off, they start to pull him down, and the dragon's having to fight to stay aloft. So it does this sort of like hard left turn as it's being dragged by these chains. So it's starting to loop sort of back toward the ship. Bibo.
I would like to. Oh boy, because that changed up some things. I I would like to merge the Sawlight Sword and my staff.
Sure.
I don't know if I need a whole turn to do that. That's up to you, but that's what I would like to do.
Time stops. You do your magical girl transformation, and then you have a beautiful. Sword. You're ready.
So I'll tell you what I'm aiming for, and then you can tell me if the things will work. So my goal is, upon seeing the, I'll use my movement to get like half outside so I can see what has happened to the dragon. And seeing the rider disappear and seeing the effect that the chains have on the dragon, my goal would be to aim to destroy the chains or loosen them so they fall away from the dragon to free him, as it were. I would also like to cast Hunter's Mark on the chains, but I don't know if that would be of any sort of assistance.
I think
because normally Hunter's Mark is for extra damage, so... But my thought is maybe I can use it to get a slight advantage on getting the proper aim, I suppose. And then my next question is whether or not my new magical weapon is projectile or not.
It's at least got some ranged properties because you're able to, like kind of shoot roots from the ground, that sort of thing. So maybe you'd be able to make something sprout on the chains or something like that. You might be able to also
with the Sawlight Fire or something. I'm not sure.
Sure.
So that's what I want to do. So, how would you like me to roll within any?
Let's say
using the staff, I get a +6 when I use the staff. So
make make a ranged attack.
Okay. Where do you see that ranged attack information? Does that?
So like whatever bonus you get for like using your bow.
Got it.
Same thing. Yeah.
Okay. Where is? There it is. Equipment. Sorry, I had to equip all that stuff again. All right. Okay, great. So I'll just roll that with the bow, and that is a 26 to hit.
Nice. Yeah. So you're going to, you take your staffs, so the little branches sort of like fold open to accept the sword, and then this brilliant white flame. Point the staff at it. Flame just. It's like a big white orb with white flame flickering off of it as it speeds towards one of the chains. It bursts immediately. You're not going to have to roll damage because it's going to do enough to do it because you hit. So one of the chains is now splintered. It's gone, and it just falls into the ocean. There's still a second one sort of dragging him down, and now it's starting to drag against the water, slowing him down even more. It's just struggling to get back up.
This would this fall under a weaponized attack or a more magical thing? Because I get 2 attacks per action. So would I be able to do that with this or no? Because
this one would be a magical attack.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay. Great. So then I'm good. That's all my stuffs.
Nitsid, you're up.
You're not gonna believe me, but I saw this in my meditations. So I'm gonna go out to the window that Andre cast banishment from, and I'm going to. Oh no! Don't do that now. Come on, that boy. As I see the dragon getting closer to the water, I'm gonna cast Hold Monster on him at 5th level.
Ooh.
Dragon a monster though?
I mean, it's just a.
It's like a term.
It's a term of like size, right? Is that what's a monster? There's a term for like monster, or is he like? It doesn't
Basically,
say
hold
it says
creature
a
doesn't
creature.
work.
Yeah.
hold. It's like hold creature, and then hold monster is bigger.
Yeah, but your target is still a creature, so there's no reason why it shouldn't
Yes.
The creature must be in. Yeah. It says creature in here. Is that something I can do? Can I do that? Can I hold monster this thing?
You can try.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, sure.
So I cast hold. Hold monster, level 5. And then because I've seen this before, I'm gonna give it a roll of 6 for one of my points. It's a wisdom saving throw, so whatever his wisdom modifier is on top of 6.
Sure. So it works. The creature is now paralyzed and splashes into the ocean.
That creature, bitch.
You never can tell, or really, we always have to be prepared.
Yeah, I was gonna go the nice route, but yeah, that works.
I mean, we can go over there and get it. I can hold this thing for a minute.
I'll get the dragon.
Well, and then in a little bit we'll have a rider to deal with as well, who will be plunging into the water.
Well, we will have a baddie to deal with, but not a rider if I'm riding the dragon.
Do we try and turn around real fast? And we have 30 more seconds.
How does the dragon react without the rider?
It can't. It's just been paralyzed, so it's
It's
probably
paralyzed.
drowning
It's all
right now.
paralyzed.
Yeah.
Oh God.
Well, I say we try to retrieve it. I figure if we can convince it to be on our side, or at least that we're friendly.
Yeah.
It looks like he was chained down by his rider. So if we can release him, then we might have a fighting chance.
Can I do like an animal handling something?
If you get close enough. Right now, you guys are still on a ship, and it's a good 40-something feet off. And now, for each turn, you guys have traveled a little bit in the ship, so you'd have to go back to it.
Boobo, shoot me with your bow.
And it doesn't work that way. Aura, this is your ship.
20 seconds.
All right, I turn the ship around because I know it's a range thing for you too. So
I get 90 feet on it, so we're doing pretty good right now.
right, but if we go further away,
Right, no, of course. 15 seconds.
drop sail, get us there faster.
Can I
Do it reluctantly. Whip you back.
Can I
towards
look-
the dragon?
can I see the dragon from the side of the ship?
Yeah, all but like a wing is currently under the ocean. It's under the water right now.
Can I see the other chains?
They would be lower than him in the ocean, so not from here.
Well, the ones that's attached to him. Yeah. The chain.
No,
does he have a
because-
chain attached to him?
Yes, but they're weighing him down in
Right.
the water, so you can't exactly see them right.
Great.
So you just see the one wing.
Andre, your banishment lasts for a minute or 2 minutes?
1 minute.
Okay.
Can I would like to use my trident. I'd like to fish out the trident and call over a giant whale. and I don't know if I can instruct him, but again, this is what I want to do, and have the whale swim underneath the dragon and
push him up.
and push him up out of the water and lift it out of the water. Yeah.
Are we still in initiative? If we are, then that minute's been gone. Or if we're not initiative, that minute's passed. But if we are, then we still have a.
I think we're out of initiative right now.
Okay.
But since you're kind of far enough from where that rider started, you just see splash. So there's also an orc in the ocean.
Yeah, leave him.
Struggling to stay up.
Yeah.
Yeah. So and after I mean a few minutes, or actually yeah, it would be a few minutes. So like a couple of minutes pass, and a whale finally does push up this dragon. Would the paralysis have worn off as well at this point?
Yeah, it's only a minute long.
Okay. So the dragon is no longer paralyzed, but it is unconscious. It is managed to breathe enough of this seawater while it was weighed down under the ocean that it's basically just sprawled on the back of this large whale. The chains are still there, but now they're at least visible, Bubo.
Yeah, could I take aim at the remaining chains?
You could, but you'd probably hit the dragon or the whale, the way things are arranged.
Great. Is there a noticeable way to remove the chains?
You would imagine that if he used what's sort of closer to like what the staff was originally for, like maybe you could summon some sort of plant to grow between the chains or something like that, you might be able to give it a shot.
Okay. Yeah, so I'll take the two items apart and return the staff to its normal state. And then, are we close enough to where I could reach out with the staff and touch it, or?
It would still have to be ranged. Yeah, you'd
Yeah.
have to like get off the ship and probably like hop over onto the whale or something like that. Which you can do actually probably easily because you can drift as a Quailier, so you could just kind of float your way down.
Yeah, that's what I'd like to do. And I'll use the whale as a platform so I'm not on the dragon itself. And then I'll reach with the staff and touch the chains with it.
Sure. The second one also goes pretty easily. You force it as something like algae from the ocean comes up and solidifies and turns into like this thick sort of vegetative plant. Boom, the other chain goes.
Cool. Is that the remaining chains on him?
Yeah, those would be
only
the
two
ones,
chains.
There's still chains all over its body, but those are the only ones that were really weighing it down. And there's still like the bit in its mouth that is attached to like the pieces of chain because it's like wrapped around the back of the skull. So if you wanted to maybe like unbuckle that, now would be the time to do that.
I would choose to do that as well.
Sure. So you managed to get the chain off.
And with that, I'll return to the ship.
Awesome. So you loop your way back. Doomer kind of helps you the rest of the way across.
Oh, beautiful. I love it. Even though I don't have it down under languages, if and when and possibly when this dragon wakes up, can we go under the assumption that I know enough, was it draconic language, to communicate since it's now been established that I have two dragons on my island?
I'm gonna say no, only because I feel like Bubo wouldn't exert the effort to learn two new languages. I feel like he would have made the dragons learn English. Like, I feel like that's a very Bubo sort of thing to do.
Yeah, you can learn Elvish, Druidic, or whatever.
Oh, right.
You can learn Quailier, but I ain't gonna learn Dragon language. Okay,
Can I try
that's fair. We'll go with that.
Can I try to speak with it?
Well, it's unconscious.
It's still unconscious at the moment. The whale's just keeping its body afloat.
Bubo, do you know what you're doing? Are you sure this dragon is not going to kill us?
I mean,
Listen, I've got two dragons on my island that I seem to get along pretty well with. So my instinct was just remove the problem, which Nitzig, you did, or was it Andre? I don't know. All of you did really well. So I figured we'd go the rest of the way, remove the chains, and then perhaps, I mean, maybe if we get out of here while the dragon's still unconscious, then we'll be good.
I can also hold it again, and I speak Draconic if anyone...
Oh. Well, you could hold it while I revivify it, or at least heal it.
Can I help so it knows I'm a friend?
Or I could give it water breathing, and then it would be fine.
I mean, if anything, if it doesn't seem like it wants to play, we can hold it, and then I can fan us away far off.
That's true.
But then there still has the orc, to worry about.
Can I,
What happened to all the orcs riding it? Because there was more than one.
Nope,
wasn't there?
just one.
Just the one. He's currently in the ocean. He's trying to swim toward the boat since the sweet leaf has sort of paused for the moment. He's got like a knife in his teeth, like classic pirate.
Yell over to my shoulder at the crew while we're having this discussion. Take no quarter. Kill the man overboard.
Target practice.
You just see a rest of them. Cannons!
You hear the orc go, "Yape!"
He holds up a sign.
Yape!
Oh. Does it blow him out of the water?
His head explodes, but the body continues to swim for a good 10 seconds before it just like spurts and goes underneath the surface.
We need to get
the body.
Get the body. Get the body.
It's gone.
No!
I turn Jeb's head the other direction. I'm like, look away, Jeb. Look away.
Come on, that would have been
I know.
I'm so sad for you too.
It's gonna be all these opportunities to get Jeb a body.
Never gonna get
Although I have an idea.
What?
We can send the whale after it.
That might be a good body for him.
Do it.
The dragon back. Let me cast water breathing on the dragon so it can swim for itself, and then you'll be ready.
Yes, of course.
All right. So okay. All right. So I have water breathing, so I'm just gonna jump off ship and climb onto the dragon's face. And I don't think I have to touch him for this, but I have to be within 30 feet. So I'm standing on the dragon, and I'm gonna cast water breathing on the dragon.
Okay.
Right now, it's a demon dragon that can breathe underwater.
You hear kind of like a gurgle at the intake, just. Its eyes just blink open for a moment, but it startles and he like crawls up on top of the whale and almost pushes it down. His wings are.
And in Infernal, I want to say to the dragon, you are free. You are no longer held down by your chains.
Chains are more than physical. Sweet tiefling.
Oh no.
The creature known as Kurluk, as my daughter, my little wormling. If I do not do his bidding, he will slaughter her and end my line.
Where is he?
He is in the city known as Quarry. Rebuilding, regrouping.
You can't. I don't understand Infernal.
Yeah, neither do I. I got stuff to say.
You can breathe water for the next day.
Thank you.
Could you at least give us some time?
I have to make it look like I did a very good job.
Can I, because I can see that they're communicating, even though I don't understand, I want to go to the edge of the ship near the dragon so no one can see my front, they just see my back. And I want to just kind of lift the egg toward the dragon.
So like while you're in
and-
conversation.
Yeah, and then say, I don't speak dragon or infernal, or,
You'd be surprised what a dragon can speak, though.
well, I'm gonna try to speak its. I'm gonna get on its level.
Hello, whale.
He like raises an eyebrow to like, huh? But then he sees the egg and his eyes go wide.
A child. She holds a child.
He says to you, Aura.
Does.
Aura, what's he saying?
Kurluk has his daughter,
That
Of
son
course.
of a me.
and he's
What
in
if-
Quarry.
If he fights with us, we'll get his daughter back. Did you
not
make
that-
that offer?
It's not that easy.
In Draconic, I would like to say to the dragon, what do they call you?
Call me Ethrix.
Write it down, write it down, write it down.
Did you guys tell us he's called Ethrix?
Do you know who I am?
No. I was told to follow the orders of the creature who was on my back. The dishonor of it.
Did you hear anything about what Kurluk wanted from us?
Your demise. Nothing more. Well, wait. You.
His eyes go big for a second.
The one with glasses. The one with the book. Yes, he wants you.
The book.
What's what you carry?
I have many books.
Oh, I hear him say many books. I'm like,
Demon book, you.
It's a book of law. Something he needs to continue his plans. He lost the majority of his orcs when you destroyed the mountain. But with this book he could rebuild, draw upon a power greater than the living.
I had asked Kelrek about what Kurluk wanted, and it seems that they're not really. It's either I have something that Kelrek wants, I have something that Kurluk wants. I feel like I should just give myself over and then be done with all of this.
What? That's madness.
I don't think so.
You're right, but I keep putting us in danger every step of the way.
That's what makes this fun.
It's all the more reason we need to get to the Maw sooner than later.
Indeed.
And we can all stop this together.
What about
What color is the dragon?
Blue.
Blue. Okay, because I don't know his name. Only you. You didn't say it out loud, right?
No.
Said it in Draconic. I didn't understand.
Draconic,
Okay,
yes.
yeah. So
Yeah.
Only, but what about Bluey's daughter?
Blue. Ethrex. Ethrex is
Gesundheit.
no. His name is Ethrex.
Did we ask if he'll fight on our side, since we're clearly on his side?
We could fight for you. You are
How
very.
good are you at illusion? He's not listening, but he is watching.
How?
Make it look like you slaughtered me, or like I slaughtered you. And I can continue with this plan.
I'm not good with illusions at all.
Well, that's what I'm saying. He can breathe underwater for a day. Perhaps if we make it look like we kill him, Kaluk won't be looking for him.
I have a better idea.
The hat of disguise on the dragon.
I can put you in a state that mimics death. Only if you're willing, though. It only lasts for an hour.
That would be enough. His patience is not known.
He
Nitsage.
looks to the egg again that Starheart is holding.
Trust you.
Yes,
I can
Uncle.
regroup with you in a day or so.
If we must make this look like we've killed him, I could cast Blight as you cast your spell and make it look like we finished him off.
Yes,
And
yes, of course.
We all kind of aim our magical missiles
Yeah, I could
for him.
miss with the Solite sword.
Yes.
Maybe don't throw that.
If I don't make it, save my daughter,
What do you say?
What is her name?
Nerix.
What?
Yeah, I can't understand him either.
He's asking about if he doesn't make it, then to help save his daughter.
Oh, you tell him he's gonna make it.
He's gonna make. Yeah, you tell him what Bubo said. You tell him that.
And Bubo, perhaps he could go hide on your island in the meantime too.
That's a great point. Tell him. Give him these coordinates.
It's there.
No one else gets to know what they are. I whisper them into your ear, Aura.
What will the other dragons think when a blue dragon gets to two red dragons?
They think blue and red makes purple.
All of us are just trying to survive now. We're all just brothers in this war.
Well,
But perhaps you could hide there, and then we could send your daughter there as well.
Certainly.
I don't think we have much time.
All right. And I get to...
He won't stop hunting you, Elf.
I don't know what else to do.
Sorry, question. And this is Kelrek who's hunting Nitsage?
Karuk.
It's Kerluke who's hunting Nitsage, and it's Kelrek who has the Starheart gem.
Yeah.
Correct?
Correct.
Calrect.
Kel- Wait, hang on,
no.
one more time.
Kerluke is the orc bonded with a demon.
Kerluke,
He has an
Nitsage,
army.
Kelrek, Starheart.
Notes.
What is
Yes?
Yep.
No, I've written it so many times, but the names start to scribble together, so I get confused.
Valen has the best description of Starheart.
What?
Starheart is like a drunken, violent, sweet kindergarten teacher.
That's extremely accurate.
That's why I left teaching full time.
Do me next. Val.
If we're saying, are we saying goodbye? For now, to El.
Ellen, thank you for the follow.
Ethel, what was his name?
Ethrex. Merlin. Thank you for the follow.
We need to do this quickly. He's watching.
Right now.
Everyone cast the spells.
Do the thing.
Actually, it takes me 10 minutes to do this.
How many?
Trust puts on another pot of coffee.
No, I wasn't tapping it. I don't know.
Well,
There's
in the
some
mean-
factors right now that's going into this, and I need to be on you as I touch you in this.
I understand.
In the meantime,
he feigns like he's dying again, sort of like he's like maybe losing consciousness again. You notice that like after his stretch, he sort of like flopped back over, so that if he was watching, he's trying to make it look like he's as weak as possible.
Right.
Throw some stuff down around
And
him.
I'm just hitting Eldritch Blast like in the water, like cannonballs in the water, like.
And he's like trying to sell them. Actually, make performance checks as you cast these spells. Like I don't even burn like slots for these. Really,
Okay.
it's just like this is all a show.
Oh.
Not great. 6.
Natural 20.
Nice. So it's like, it's like that perfect sort of like, forced perspective punch on a screen where just like it just looks like perfect contact. He sells it so well. And then he just like flops over the whale. And he puts his face back in the water since he has water breathing now. So it looks like he doesn't get back up. And you all continue to just pummel him with these spells.
and at this point, I'll signal for the whale to go retrieve the orc body, so we can get that out of the way.
Yeah.
And then also it makes the dragon kind of like sink in the water, so he doesn't look like he's.
And then Nitzig, you're casting blight on him, right? So he like is like dead.
That was Andre.
Andre,
if-
I would have jumped off the ship and floated down onto him.
Yep.
And then began casting Feign Death.
Sure.
I'm with him.
Yeah. So all of this happens sort of without a hitch. You're able to manufacture this beautiful death scene of this very large, this huge dragon.
I would like to initiate my see invisibility feature. After I get done casting it on the dragon, Andre, and after he casts blight, have you casted blight yet, Andre?
I was just casting a bunch of guiding bolts, the way that Aura was kind of doing her thing.
So the way this Feign Death works is, until I dismiss the spell's duration ends or I dismiss it, the target appears to be dead to all outward inspection and dispels used to determine the target's status. The target is blinded and incapacitated, and its speed drops to 0. The target has resistance to all damage except psychic damage. If the target is diseased or poisoned when you cast the spell, or becomes diseased or poisoned while under the spell's effect, the disease and poison have no effect until the spell ends. So that's what is going on. So with underwater or water breathing, that'll be a great thing. And then before I jump off of him into the water, or hailstorm comes and gets me, whatever, I'd like to look around 30 foot range, 60 feet. Oh, sorry. 10 feet, excuse me. Anything within 10 feet of me that's invisible, like maybe an arcane eye or something like that Kurluk has. It's 10 feet, it's not much, but maybe I'll have hailstorm kind of fly me up and around the ship to see if I see any kind of eye.
Yeah. So you fly up and you kind of like fly casual. You're just trying to look like, scouting the area for more enemies or something like that. You do see Kurluk's arcane eye, and it's looking down as the dragon sort of just sinks under the water. It turns to you to just sort of like examine the scene, and then you just see it like zip off.
If it wasn't going to dispel itself, I was going to. Okay, let's go back down there, bud.
The whale majestically returns with the headless, still sort of bleeding out corpse of this.
No,
orc.
man, I want him to like flip it up with his tail so it lands on the deck.
Wait, oh no! Andy is like on the bow of the ship. He's going, yeah, as
Like
this
free-
corpse, like, yeah,
like Free Willy's this shit up and over.
But yeah, so the corpse lands on the deck of the ship, and the crew is like, "What? What?"
I go to the corpse with Jeb. The head.
Oh, you gotta be. Solid State's coming early.
Are you ready? Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, Jeff.
Super ready. All right, let's go.
Okay.
And I put him on the body as if I was putting a crown on a king. Like very reverently. And then I cast Mendune.
Yay for homebrew.
That's how this works, right?
Well, he was already enchanted, right? Because when he get on.
Yeah, he's got his own funky thing happening too.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
But yeah, so you see like sort of like the tendons and sinews start connecting in all the right places. So like shk-boom, shk-boom, and like the skin doesn't quite pull up, so you have some like raw musculature coming down like from the cheekbones and stuff. But he like cracks his neck. He's like, oh yeah, and he looks ridiculous because he's just a skull. He's just a human skull on a giant orc.
I need fan art of this stat.
Can we please roll for
Body hotness.
I need to know
On my new sharp staff 18.
this whole thing.
He's a 6. He's a very confusing 6. So he's like, wow, I haven't had flesh on these for like 100. And look at these. He's like biceps are like boosh. And he's just like, wow. He's kind of like gnawing on him. Look at this. This is amazing. I'm gonna go walk around. He just ends up walking around the ship.
But I want him to be like Ariel when she first gets legs.
Oh, just like
Oh god, I forgot what it was like.
I've never been this tall before. Or this wide. He starts knocking over trays and stuff.
Well, if you want, you can still rest on my shoulder. It might be a little tricky, though.
Like, okay, boom. And you like take all this weight. It's gonna go really low to
Strength
get
check,
you.
please.
Strength check. Actually, yeah, that's a good idea.
strength. 22.
Nice. Yeah, you're able to hold him up. It's super awkward. You look almost like a table at this point because he has to bend over so low to like get his head on you.
Dang, look at me, I'm superstar heart.
Well, what a day.
What a day.
You know, I might strip the flesh off when I get bored because I kind of miss being bones. But for now, he like just picks up a barrel. Wow.
You do you, boo-boo.
What?
Nope, that's me. What?
What?
Not sure what you said. So did it work? Nitsage.
Did what work?
Well, didn't you just go up into the sky to check something?
Yes, there was definitely something watching us from above.
And do you know if it thinks the job was done?
I have no idea. We can hope for the best, but
Can you make you're an educated man. Make an educated guess. Of course, I'm always hoping for the
I'm going to
best.
say no because I'm paranoid and nothing ever goes to plan with us.
There you go. All right.
Okay.
That's good. It's a good way to go.
Now,
Well, shit. Now we have business in quarry. So
but do we?
They're off to the same
Maybe
thing, really.
because Luke's going to come after us, whether or not we go to him or not. And then, but Kelrek is still out there.
but at least he's still contained for the time being.
We don't know how fast. He came after a hailstorm.
Yes, but Kaluk is rebuilding his army.
And if we get to him now, we can stop him forever.
We don't have any more mountains to blow up. We can't just wipe out his army like we did before.
So if we get to him now, we can finish it. And maybe we could do it quickly. Is there a way to tell how much time we have?
It's about a week back to land. Like if you're going for that place that Talbot was talking about, if you're going for Rimbo.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there to get to Quarry, it's about like if you had fast horses, you could get there in about another 4 days.
I've got a fast bird.
Oh yeah, I mean you've got air power. You two can get there quick.
Aura, I know
Yes.
you really appreciate your boat very much, but I can get us there today.
I know. To Quarry.
Yes.
Well, that would be because Quarry's the one where it's like people go in but they don't come out, right?
Yes.
Well, I feel like that's the only way we're gonna get in anyway.
We have an army already ready to go down to the underworld. We have the Quailem. We have some of the Quaivas. You know, the ladies of Ludwin, whatever. I'm so sorry.
The Whitewaters, yeah.
The Whitewaters.
And if Kerluk can see us, then what's to say we don't come back from hell and he just...
We'll have if...
Oh, come on. You don't take all the side quests you're offered?
Oh, I do.
I'm just saying, I mean, if we're going after his army, we're still going to have Kelrek to deal with and Elish Basir.
So, just quick for me. So we're trying to decide if we want to go to the Ma or Quarry.
Correct.
Danny, I want to try something. I don't know if this is gonna help, if this is gonna work. What time is it?
It's still morning.
It's still morning. Okay, we got a
it's
long way of day
maybe
left.
8 a.m., 9 a.m.
Okay.
Does anybody know how much time we have before Kelrek and Elish Basir will be too powerful, if that makes sense? Like, do we have time to go and accomplish this task and then return to the main task at hand?
Starheart, didn't you say you could peek in on Kelrek?
Before she says that, I want to have been, the moment Bubo was saying that, that's kind of when I want to try to trance out.
Sure.
Trance in?
Yeah. So you're focused on
Forward?
the gem.
Yeah, and anything I can glean.
Yeah, you focus on the gem, and where before he was sort of curled over this object, really trying to examine it, you see that he's still in this dark place in the underworld, but he is standing at his full height, and he seems to just be testing his own strength. So he's like sort of shooting these like void blasts at stone, breaking apart the structure of the underworld, just throwing things, raking things through the dirt. He's rising minions, he's slaughtering minions. He's testing his limits again. It doesn't look like everything is going particularly well. He's missing some shots, and when he's trying to raise things, they look misshapen or not quite powerful enough, which is why he's slaughtering them again in his rage. You can tell he's getting stronger.
Yeah,
but
I was going to say it's
taking
getting
time.
stronger.
Yeah.
And what is the gem like? Is the gem glowing at all, or is it dull?
Is
there anything?
It is duller than it was. Much duller than it was when it was around your neck, because the Solite is now dead. So the only light that is glowing, and that gives you a sense of orientation. So basically, because the Ma is in the east and you are currently in the west, you can tell where west is, because that little pinpoint that floats within the globe of that orb is pointing in that direction. Although in another plane of existence, who knows if that's still accurate. But it's pointing to you dimly, and he's now taken what was a necklace for you and put it around his massive finger, and he's wearing it as a ring.
Ugh, get that off your slimy finger, you dingbat!
Okay. I don't say that out loud. That's just me thinking.
He's getting stronger.
Yes.
Not very, still weak, but stronger.
And who's to say he already visited myself and Bubo this morning and had Hailstorm come against all of us, or us. What's to say that he's not going to talk to you, Andre, or you, Starheart, or you, Aura?
Oh, he tried.
He has nothing he can use against me.
He tried to hurt those that you love, or someone next to you, one of us.
What about Blue's baby?
I think
If we retrieve the young child, we'll have the dragons on our side. Yet another powerful ally in the fight.
Who else was in Quarry?
Where Jarrett Valmir is from, but the Kingdom of Quarry, its original name is Gaela. is not very well known. Jarrett Valmir is the only person you've ever met who ever came from there, because everyone who lives there lives their entire lives there.
Sorry, I thought someone was in Quarry right now.
Kurluk.
That we knew. Kurluk, that's it.
Kurluk, yeah.
Really think about it. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
All I'm going to say is, if we have time to do both, do both.
We're gonna have to
We have to do both. It's just, what do we do right now?
Andre,
Yes.
if we can get to Elish and release Clote, we'll have that much more power on our side. On your side. We already have the armies waiting to go against the underworld.
I'm not disagreeing with you.
Oh, I thought you were saying that we should go to Quarry first.
No, he can just get us there fast.
All right. I think the dragon will hopefully be all right. He'll hide out on Bubo's island. That will buy us some extra time. I think we do need to go to the mall. Quarry it's too much of a wild card. We've never been there. We don't know how to have an exit strategy. Lord knows people go in and they don't come back out. So let's just, you're right. Let's just go to the world. Let's just head for the mall.
Don't we need to take a vote?
She's the captain. This is her ship. I'm on board.
If it
We
helps
had
anyone else
Literally.
with their decision, I can scry on Kurluk right now.
But
And I'm holding the.
Yeah, of course. I mean, any kind of information, any kind of reconnaissance is always the better.
Very well. I pull out my scrying globe and I look in to find Kurluk.
Right. The last time you saw Kurluk, or at least looked in on him like this, he was more or less his own shape, just a little bit larger, a little more blubbery, etc. He has since grown in size. His shape is less humanoid now and a little bit more blobbish. He sits in a throne room, the entirety of which is a sort of reddish clay color. And there are statues lining all sides and in between columns and stuff like that. Basically anything that isn't a statue is anything that isn't a column is a statue. And lots of all this space. And he's there surrounded by other orcs, and they're sort of lining up to him one at a time, kneeling in front of him, and he's sort of slopping this big fat hand on their heads and just like, and they start to like, and they get a little bit, he's basically just blessing each of them or cursing, depending on your opinion. And they're just all, and there aren't a lot of orcs exactly, but you see a lot of, as the eye sort of, as your vision slides across the line, you see lots of solemn looking people. And you have a feeling that it's not just Dragon's children that he's taking. It's not just, he's getting leverage on everyone so that he has an army that is, since they're clearly not willing, he's forcing them to join him. The only people still true to him are the orcs. Everyone else is just there. So to reclaim whatever they might have taken, you assume. But that's the picture that you see. He is slowly amassing. He doesn't seem like he's capable of doing much on his own right now, physically, at least from his current state. So he seems to be sort of imparting what power he does have on others. You feel like his merge went poorly and starting to eat at him a bit. He's probably still extraordinarily powerful, but maybe his movement isn't as strong.
Gotcha. Huh. Well, he's definitely in Quarry, and it looks like he's put himself in charge. In much the same vein, he is not strong as he was when he took over the mountain. But whenever we make an attack against him, it's very clear to me that once we show strength against him, those who are supporting him currently will uprise with us. So we will have an army when it comes to Kurluk. He is blessing those who are loyal to him, but there's much solemn faces among his crowds that do not want to be there.
So, we have a couple of options and things to think about. One, if we go to Quarry and we take on Kurluk, there's no telling what's going to happen. A day, or two, a week of this bout of... We don't know his powers. He's blended with a shadow demon, or
Yes.
we get to Kelrek fast before he can gain his full power. Andre, once he has that, Bubo, once he has that, it's the end game.
Are we ready to bind him? Do we have what we need?
We have everything. We were close to him last time on the ship, but unfortunately, we had some miscommunication. But either way, it bought us some time, and obviously we were able to, do so much. But we have the Hortiel's dagger. We have the book. We have from the pages from the sacred tree.
Well, he's talking.
We need a piece of him.
While Nitsage was talking to Andre, I would like to send a message to frack.
That is.
Jarrett.
Yeah.
Is that who
Jarrett
I want
Valmir?
to? Yeah. I want to send a message to him. I did not count this out. Okay.
Dear Jarrett, it's me, Starheart. I gotta stop saying that. It takes too long. Can you help me get into Quarry? Love you, bye.
And this is one they can
Yeah.
reply to, correct? Spellwise? You hear in your head the very sort of terse, tight tone of Jarrett Velmir as he replies. Yes, I was planning on entering there myself. I'd be happy for some company. I have plans of my own.
Shoot, do I have to send another message back to reply to that one? Is that how... hang on, spell slot, where are you at? Where'd you go? Ah, frick. I'm hoping he'll just hear me thinking. Frick it! Okay.
Dear Jarrett, it's me, Starheart. Again, you already knew that. How do we connect with you? Love you, bye.
What?
I'm just trying to think how anyone in his position would reply to this message.
How do we connect with you? How do we connect?
Well, right. But he doesn't know where you are, where you're going, or
frick.
anything else. So I'm just trying to be like, it's like, that all completely depends on where you are going, and where you mean to be.
I have one spell slot left. Son of a...
8 a.m.
Aura?
Yes?
Jarrett Valmir is planning to go to Quarry. He can help us in Quarry. And he's gotten out before, and this little guy or girl or whatever you feel you want to be when you grow up needs a friend. And we said we were going to... I think we made a promise, and I think we need to keep it. And besides, I can keep an eye on with my ways.
That's not the only promise that's been made. I want to withdraw to my quarters and just try and think with the map out in front of me. I'm going to pull out my dagger, lay it down in the middle of the map, clutch my Kiss of Clef, and just kind of talk to Clef and say, guide us where we're supposed to go. I don't know. There's two evils that are on opposite sides of the spectrum, and I just feel a little lost. Some guidance, and I'm gonna reach down to the dagger on the map and spin it and wait for an answer.
The dagger spins, and then you can tell that the hand of your patron grips it. You don't see it, but you can see the hard stop, the turn. The dagger rises into the air and stabs into the maw.
Your father. Right. I'll grab the dagger. I think we need to go to the mall, and I think we need to finish what we started with Kelrek.
Starheart, if you can... Hi, welcome back. If you can you send a message to the Quailem? We need to get word out to the Quailem, to all who are up in arms with us, to go down to the underworld.
What?
You heard him.
Okay, 2 points. First, why aren't we going to Quarry?
We will.
Second, well, now. But second, I don't know if this is like a broadcast. I think I can only talk to one person, not like a people.
Right. So you talk to Hush. Hush is leading the Quailem, right?
Hey. Yeah. Yes. Dan.
Or was it?
Yes.
Sorry, was
Okay,
it?
Danny nods his head.
Yes, he is.
It was okay.
And what do I tell him?
Hush and Pharaoh are together, yeah.
Pharaoh, thank you. That we are going to be heading to the mall, the entrance of the mall. We know the coordinates where that is, right, Andre?
Yes. I mean, the mall is pretty well known to everyone, but we have the book that allows us to enter.
Wait,
Yes.
so I tell him that we're going to the mall?
Yes, and then just to start heading there, Andre, we may not be able to teleport right away. We might have to wait some time for everyone to get there, or are we just planning on just going in, fingers a-blazing?
Wait, I'm supposed to command Hush to go?
You're not commanding Starheart. He's on our side. They've been waiting for our word on and.
Okay, I'm just grumpy because I want to go to the quarry. No,
Yeah, we will later.
Out. It will be exciting.
That's not what, it's not
second
what this
on
is
the
about.
list.
This is saving the world.
Andre,
Well,
how many people can you
save the
teleport to the mall?
Sorry, what?
How many people can you teleport to the mall?
All of us here? I mean, I
Like my
can't...
crew? Like all of us?
And Jeb?
Yes?
Oh. Okay, hang on. I'm getting, my head's a little dizzy. I'm gonna grab a drink and then I'll message Hush.
Are you okay?
Yeah, no, it's a little just dizzy from messaging back and forth, and then the scene, the going into the Kelrek area of my mind brain.
Of course. Do you need healing or anything like that, or just a rest? I mean, we have all day, but
I just think I need just a moment of quiet for just a second. I'll send the message. I got it. We're going. We'll go to Quarry second. I understand. It's okay. I need a drink. This has been a long day. We just fought a dragon.
It's only morning.
This
This has been a long morning.
yeah, it's been a long night too.
What's the plan? Is the plan to take everyone to the underworld with us?
We don't know how many cultists are down there. We don't know what Elish or
I doubt there's any cultists at all.
You think the Quailem get rid of all the cultists?
No, I'm saying down there, it's really only for him. It's where he's only able to bring himself back.
But, I mean, I would hate to not assume that he's got things down there that are protecting him, or, if he's just down there by himself, then that's, yay for us, but you never know,
Danny, when we read the book, did it give us any clue about how many people we could take with us, or was it just...
It was, it's a large-ish number. They're in the pictures of the book. It's a group of people, but it's basically symbols for a group of people. So you don't have a specific number. You do know that it's probably more than 10.
Gotcha.
But beyond that, you don't have specifics. Like the drawing maybe has 25 figures on it, but you don't know if that is specific or if it is to imply that you can do.
Did the book mention about any other things or creatures living where we're going?
I would take it that it's the
You would
underworld
know
and
about
they'll...
this. Yeah.
What?
There are creatures in the underworld that are neither demon nor spirit, that are just their own entities, and they plague both demon and spirit, and they are their own sort of monster that are native to that plane. So there are threats beyond the things that you're hunting. That's something that you just know from your studies.
Yes, there are dangers that we are going to encounter down there that are not entirely what we're pursuing, but...
I feel like if we can get rid of at least Kelrek, Karuk might be a walk in the park,
That's what I'm thinking as well.
I agree. Do the hard thing first.
And once my guard is free, as part of what we're doing...
Of course.
He might be able to bring a lot of his children back in line.
All right.
So... we head to the mall on the west side of the continent, correct?
You'll have to land in the West Bowl, which is a large bay on the west coast, and that's the quickest shot up the mountains back to the mall.
The West Bowl and the quickest shot up to the mall. And then once we know where everyone is and ready, then we can, however far off we are, we can teleport there, or... if anything, have a couple of days to prepare, or I don't know.
Because you can only get us to the top of the mall, correct, Andre?
Correct, yes. And then we would have to make
the book,
jump.
as you've read it, should actually take you into the plane itself. Sorry, I was unclear on that.
Oh,
Gotcha.
so I could just teleport to the plane.
You could.
Let me know when you're ready for me to send my message, Danny.
So how do we get everyone else down there? Everyone else was so willing to go down and help us against Kelrek and Elish. What does that mean?
It means if they're willing, they are willing to go with us, and we take them. I think we need every able body who's willing to fight for good.
Or we hold on to our army and wait to use who we have against Quarry if and when we get out of the underworld.
You just said the whole reason we have an army is to use it against Kelrek. Why are you second guessing yourself? And you even said if we are able to help.
Or I don't know. I don't know what's going on. Forgive me. I'm just as lost as everyone else right now. I'm sorry.
It's all right. This is the whole reason we've been amassing as many allies as we have. It's to go into the underworld all together and take down Kelrek and the Red Man and free Claude.
Well, please come up with a plan. This is something we need to start building on now then.
Fine. It sounds like we need another day to rest and fully plan, so we do that. We have the other two ships. Did Pharaoh's ship and Setzer's ship come with us? I think
not immediately, because you all took off so suddenly, but when you look back behind you, you can tell that they're following. They just had to round up their crew and get everybody on board, and now they're on their way as well.
Okay.
So there may be an hour or so behind you.
So that's a portion of the Quailem and allies, and the rest of the Quailem are...
on the ship.
The rest of the Quailem are on the ship? The hundreds of Quailem who are out there were on the ship?
Danny, I guess that's a question for you.
Yes. Yeah, the Quilem are on the ship. They're there to fight for you. They're on Pharaoh's ship with Hutch.
Oh. Gotcha. Okay. I thought I don't know. Okay, sorry.
They were welcomed back with open arms to come back to Quailir and the various other isles, but you were the ones that freed them, so they owe you essentially a life debt. So they're more than...
I don't know why I thought it was like hundreds of Quailim. I don't know why I would think there's like hundreds of Quailim.
It's like a cruise ship. You don't know.
Yeah, there are. There's hundreds of them. There's a lot of them on that ship.
It's a big ship.
It's a big ship.
Yeah. Okay, I see.
So, I'm guessing that the power of that teleporter that I have is not going to be enough to do all of us, 3 ships worth of people.
You would imagine not.
Yeah.
You just assume, knowing what you know about magic, that it might be limited to the crew of this ship or similar number. So if you were to pick a handful, and you could try, not everyone might make it through, but it's hard to say.
So we just pick the A team that needs to come with us.
Or if we were dead set on taking everyone, it could take... I mean, sailing there obviously is going to take much longer than if we were to do maybe a couple days of trading myself back over and getting everyone on land.
And we never know if Kelrex is going to infiltrate any one of us, or if Kerluk is sending any more things that he has against us. We just don't know.
Yes, but I feel like being on the open water for so long is going to be a detriment to us.
I would agree. You were all here last time we tried the open water.
I think we take the data plan, and then perhaps we can teleport the essential people to our starting point, and then we go in from there. And then we can have the ships meet us on the west coast for our extraction.
We can take the porthole with us
And leave,
leave the porthole on there. So once we get
shit.
there,
There
they
it
can
is.
come to the porthole.
Yeah, you leave one porthole here, we teleport over to the Maw, and then everyone else can come with us.
Okay, I don't think Kerluk is going to mess with us anymore today, so let's... I need a nap.
I want to test something really quick. Andre, are you able to... Do you have another banishing spell for today?
Yes.
I want to try something. Can you, because that sends you somewhere else, right?
It does, to another plane of existence.
Perfect. All right, I'm gonna put one porthole on the deck of the ship, and I'm gonna hold on to the other one. Would you banish me?
Certainly. See you back in no time. I banish her.
So you find yourself in this sort of cold, windy void.
I'm gonna try to use the porthole. I think it's the north and south knobs to get back. Can I don't know with banishment if I can reach through, but I'm just trying to reach through with my hand.
You all see Aura's hand sticking out the deck of the ship.
Trippy.
I touch it.
Grip it.
Well, that's useful.
Wonder what she was trying to do. Oh, there you are.
That's good to know, because if the underworld is a different plane of existence, we can still use the
Oh,
portal
I
to
see.
get back.
I see.
We have our exit strategy.
I see.
We leave one on the
And
ship.
our entrance strategy for everyone else on this ship.
Indeed. We get down there first, and then we can bring them with us. Or whoever's willing to come. I think we should still leave some crew on the ship.
Of course. Well, it looks like we have a plan.
It does.
Starheart, do you want to send your message?
Yeah, I think this is 25 characters. I've adjusted it so many times. If not, I'm sorry. It might be 26, it might be 24. We're gonna find out.
So I'm in my room for a second, and I had a drink from my flask, and I'm just laying down for a moment, like I have like the blinds, the porthole closed or whatever, and I say, I actually need my eyes open so I can read what I wrote. Dear Hush, it's Starheart. Going to Ma. Please help. Calret can't find me unless I want him to. Hi to Eel. Brain hurts. And that's all I can say. And then I say, love you, bye. But I couldn't add that.
You hear in your head,
Little Starheart, little queen. Soon we shall see each other again, and our lessons shall begin.
So I'm assuming he's gonna come help us in the maw. I'm just gonna do from context.
yeah, with his remaining words,
Okay.
it says,
Yeah.
confirmed, basically.
Accepted.
Confirmed.
Okay. Yay. Write that down.
Andre, can we talk about what the fairy said about you and biting people now?
Do you really want to know?
I have an idea. When? When did this happen?
I kind of show my neck.
Yep. That definitely looks like, yep. When did you get bit?
It was a couple days ago. Last run-in with a vampire that we had.
Starheart healed him very quickly. I thought that would have pulled out any
How are you feeling right now?
Very tired, but not hungry, at least.
Are
I
you?
don't feel any ill effects more than just the daylight is draining me, and the night is very, very pleasant now. But I felt that was kind of about how I was anyway. So.
Are you going to eat us? No, like
Let's say you've also noticed that between yesterday's sunlight and today's sunlight, it's affecting you more
It has been getting
today
worse.
than it was
Yes.
last.
The sunlight is beginning to affect me more, and whatever is happening is causing more distress on me than I'll be able to withstand, I'm sure, at some point. But for now, I'm okay. But
You got any new powers?
well, and I kind of do a big smile, and you can see my baby fangs.
Little gnome with
Do you have any powers?
Not that I've been able to notice so far.
Oh,
I mean, Andre, you're turning into. I mean, you're going to be a predator. I mean,
are we all? We destroyed a mountain.
yeah, but
I don't feel that I'm going to be becoming one of that problems. From someone I was talking to on the ship earlier, that they could tell that I was cleansed of a few things from our trip into the Ludwin waters.
cleansed of what? Like hunger for flesh, or?
I would hope so.
We all hope so. That's interesting.
Who told you that?
I look around the ship to see if I can see Truss.
You can see him. He's moved on from coffee to something stronger. And you see him sort of like he's making friends with everybody on the ship. He's actually sort of somehow maintaining a conversation with both Rustflame and Enad. You feel like Enad's been a little humbled since his recent experiences. So the three of them are, just sort of getting to know each other. But Truss continues to have this very sort of just confident, comfortable air about him, and everybody seems to want to spend time with him.
I look at Truss and I give him the nod to come over.
Excuse me, gentlemen. And he actually leaves his extra mug with Rustflame, who just kind of grins and downs them both. Captain,
So it looks like yes,
absolute
indeed.
pleasure.
It looks like you'll be joining us whether you like it or not. So welcome aboard.
Thank you. Let me know if I can be of service in any way.
Now that you mention it, my friend Andre here said you could sense that he'd been purified.
Yes. I've always had this sort of ability to suss out what things are. It's something of a gift.
Interesting.
And it's true, your friend is turning into one of those night creatures, but he lacks that demonic essence that powers the rest of them. I doubt he'll become a danger to any of you.
Well, that's good to know. I'm gonna go into my office and see, because I have we've collected treasure. Do I have just a gem or an onyx in that mix at all? I'm gonna try and cast. I want to put my hands over the onyx and cast darkness on the onyx.
Okay.
Here goes nothing. Andre, maybe this could help. Maybe I'm trying to use that broaden horizons that I did a while ago.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Maybe.
Oh.
I'll be right back.
I take the stone from you.
As soon as it touches to your palm, there's a bit of a rush across your skin, kind of like a cool breeze just went, under your clothes directly against your skin over your whole body. And then the brightness of the world around you sort of dims. And from the outside, the rest of you sort of see this magical film sort of covering his entire body, like just a thin layer of magic between him and the sunlight. So he's sort of tinted Andre. It's barely noticeable unless you saw that flicker happen. But it's enough for you, Andre, to start feeling a little better. That twist in your stomach is gone. You're able to stand up a little bit brighter, and your eyes are finally not squinting. You're able to see the whole horizon without pain.
Well, yes, that helps. Thank you.
What was that?
Well, being a tiefling, I'm blessed with gifts of darkness, so I thought if I bestowed it on an onyx or stone, perhaps that could help him.
You just enchanted that thing. It's very powerful magic.
Oh.
He's like, Nana taught me. Random Turner says, overreaching character drop 4. Now that people believe that Andre won't fully turn, that a demonic presence begins to visit Andre in the evenings and calling to him. What? Interesting. SPF Infinity Sunblock.
So, Trust, exactly who do you serve?
What do you mean, who do I serve? Like Jesus?
You look like a paladin. You're wearing armor.
Oh, no, this is purely practical, my dear. I serve myself and no other master. I tend to follow the winds of change. This armor is of my own design.
I see. As I'm sure the daggers are as well.
The bouquet was something of a commission for that evening. I'd heard stories of your piratical adventures over the last several years. Then I heard you became a royal captain to the Queen's Navy, Copper Forge. I've heard of all of your great successes, failures, histories. A lot of you are becoming more and more famous by the hour. Call me curious. Call me impressed.
That's very interesting that news travels all the way down to a sunken Kaibas.
When your ears to the ground, you can hear anything.
I see. Well, the wind will be blowing us in a very different direction soon. So if you're not feeling up to the challenge, I completely understand.
Not up to the challenge. Captain, you misjudged me. Anything I can do to impress you, I shall. For now.
Well then, welcome to the crew.
Sword is yours.
All right.
I wanted to walk up to my brother who's standing next to the rust flame. Enid.
Yes, brother.
Real quick, we have a new friend in the chat that is brand new to what we're doing here. So if Danny wants to give like a little quick, a tiny little snippet so they can catch up quickly.
Awesome. Yeah.
Pipsqueak 15
for asking, and Pipsqueak 19. Oh, gotta love the homebrew. Gotta take me a sec to figure out who is who.
Yeah.
Well, I'm the DM. I'm Danny. Nice to meet you. Let's just go around real quick. Just say who you are, who you're playing.
Show.
Hi, I'm Haley. I play Captain Aura Stone. She is a tiefling warlock rogue. And you came at a pivotal point in our storyline where we're choosing which evil to take on. The big baddie.
Yeah, I'm Justin. I play a Quailier, which is the elf race of Danny's homebrew. He is a wizard, and he has a heart beast, which all Quai have. They have heart beasts. I have a heart beast named Hailstorm, which is a half dragon, half horse creature. And welcome.
A random turnip. Thank you for that. While largely cleansed, Andre has an internal voice that calls him to embrace the darkness within. The voice promises power and has a hunger for battle.
Shall wreck.
Blood Andre.
And Andre is played by Ryan.
Hi. Yes, I am a cleric gnome who is devoted to the god of death. He also is currently dealing with the fact that he's being turned into a vampire, and his major goal is to free the god of death from the chains that people are binding him with.
I'm Andrew. I play Bubo, another Quailier elf. I am a ranger and druid mix. I have a heart beast also named Doomril, who's half eagle, half owl. And my character's just along for the ride at the time being. So here to kick ass and take names, but I'm all out of ass, so I gotta take names. I don't know.
How does one expire of ass?
Some of us just never had one.
That's funny.
I'm Diva, and I play Starheart. She is a gnome rogue cleric. She's a goodness gracious, I'm not doing this right. I'm sleepy. She is a gnome cleric rogue who quite honestly has a bit of a drinking problem, but she is clearly in denial of that. And she is here to do her own thing. She believes that she's a goddess, but has kind of come to terms with the fact that she may only be a lesser deity. Possibly just, a duchess or a marchioness. I'm trying to come up with other... yeah. That's her.
Great.
I don't know, am I forgetting stuff? I'm probably forgetting.
No, I think that's it. So our game is also... Our live play game is also interactive. So you saw someone asking about donations probably a second before you sent your message. So people can add to like rerolls or blessings, which are d6 rolls that they can attach to people. DM rerolls, which allow me to force them to reroll their good rolls rather. Character drops, which just happened. So this new character will probably not pop up till next week. We've gone very late. I apologize. And then there's DM powers. For 1 full minute, our characters get to take over the story. Our players get to take over the story for 1 whole minute, and then we have triggered events that happen at every 100. So that's what happened. Thanks to Random Turnip. We'll definitely get to that at the top of next week. But I think this might be a good time to kind of wrap it up.
I'm gonna talk to Enad next time because we're be here next week.
Yes.
Oh, that's
Spoiler alert.
Spoiler alert. No Sahlen's Legacy next
week. Hey, good point. No Sahlen's Legacy next week. I apologize. I didn't tell the group that. But there will be, yes? Yeah. Okay, so there will be a one-shot, so still come back next week. There's going to be a one-shot. Haley, you're running it? Yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean to put you on the spot. I thought we talked about this. Oh, no. Thank you for the follow-up next week. So Haley's going to run us a one-shot. Yay! Because I won't be here. So, hey, thanks, King of Autumn 96. Thank you for the follow. Oh yeah, and come back tomorrow for Perception Check, our Felted Friends game. If you saw the reel, which I highly recommend you do, click so you can kind of see some of the shows that we have. Since then, we've added so many more. We just realized yesterday, we said 10 earlier. We actually have 12 current ongoing shows on this channel of all varying types. So we have a couple TTRPGs. Tomorrow, we're launching the actual session 1 of Kids on Brooms at 2 p.m. We did our session 0 last week, but we're finally kicking that off. And that's in the Kids on Brooms system, which is based on the Kids on Bikes system. Later that night, we have Perception Check with the Felted Friends. But we also have talk shows. We even have like a Dune book club. If you're reading Dune right now because of the upcoming film, we've been chatting about that. 5 chapters every week. Just enjoying the discussion. That's all me. I'm a big fucking Dune nerd. So come hang out with me.
It's been pushed to 2021, so you have more time.
I know. I'm pissed, but I get it.
The movie?
Yeah. And then, we also have Cinephilia, movie talk show. We've got Perception Paints. If you want to learn how to paint, we have that. We've got all kinds of crap. And Lockerbie streams Planet Coaster and Flight Simulator. So,
video games.
And we love suggestions. So if there's games that you'd like to see us play, let us know. And that's not even, and chat time. Yeah, chat time is on Thursday mornings. And then we have Trasherpiece Theater, where we read old radio plays. A bunch of us just get together and have a really good time. You can tip for accents and stuff like that. Really, we're just here to have fun. And we did an extra one-off the other day to play Squadron, so we love to do so. Hello, Ephemera. Welcome. We are currently just wrapping up, but as always, we're going to pay that love forward to the next channel, so please stick around. Have a raid. Y'all have been wonderful. Thanks for sticking with us and watching this show.
Ethavian, thank you for the follow. And also, Ephemera followed earlier, so thank you for that if we didn't catch it.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah,
I forgot one. What did I forget? I forgot a show? I probably did. There's a lot now. I'll die. This week. That's okay. You'll come at the beginning because we have shows also at all various times throughout the days, throughout the weeks. Shut up, Uber.
All right, we'll raid the Digital DM.
Hooray, Digital DM. Make sure you're super nice, be super cool. Thanks for hanging, everybody.
Thank you, guys.
Thanks, guys.
Always a pleasure entertaining with you and all the above.
For you.
Night.
Bye.